All right, dude. We're live.
Hi. Hello, everyone.
What's up? What's going on?
Nothing
This is
much.
the first. Let me go bloop. This is the first fucking episode of No Quarter Given. No Quarter Given. We're basically going to be doing commentary on pop culture, stuff we see on Twitter, stuff that has to do with Comicsgate, indie comics, just society in general, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm here with Will.
Hello, everyone. I am back. I am out of the Stockholm syndrome, and I have returned to talk from my alternate dimension.
Out of the wasteland,
Yeah.
back into the fold, just
Indeed,
in time. Because I know you have great. What's up? I know you have some good opinions.
Yes, sometimes.
What do you think about just dropping the fucking link into the chat, dude, so it gets real spicy?
Well, you know what they call that? They call that unprotected radio.
Is that what that is? Because I feel like after I've read some of these comments, I feel I'm pretty level-headed about what's going on. But I want some crazy. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, it's like Art Bell kind of shit at this time of night, isn't it? So you're getting all the people who are listening to the swamp gases and the swamp lights, and the
but
UFOs.
they're Comicsgate people, though. They're comics people,
Well,
so
which is even worse, which is certifiable.
Yeah.
So if you want to do, you go right ahead. Let's see what kind of.
Dude, one time I put the link in there and it got real funky. So we got to be careful.
It's going to be like the Royal Rumble 1989,
dude.
Where you've got the Legion of Doom and shit like that.
I'm okay with that. So, is this making it bigger on the screen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, man. So some other stuff. I mean, the name of the show I got when listening to Matt Walsh when he was talking about the trannies and our kids and stuff. It was just like no quarter given. Like we can't give any quarter to any of this weird shit. And I was like, yeah, I hear you, dude. I don't know if you saw that clip.
No, sir.
Okay.
So does it have anything to do with Pride Month and Target?
No, this was before.
Okay.
This was before he said this. But what do you think about the Pride Month stuff in Target?
I was actually thinking about how wonderful. Has it been a year since the invasion of Donbass? Was it February 20? Yeah, was it 2022 when Putin went in?
I don't know. Has it been a year?
Yeah, I think it was. Was it February 2022? Yeah, so I think it was February 2022. But what was really funny about it, and I was thinking about this when all the Target stuff is starting to kind of bubble up like so much garbage, that it always does every year, that we got to endure that month. That he actually invaded at the beginning of Pride Month that year, and it kind of just shat all over the entire phenomenon, and all they could talk about was Ukraine.
Like, oh, you're proud? Yeah, Ukraine's getting worked over.
And Ukraine is sort of this black hole kind of human trafficking Death Star that they were hoping it would be.
Damn, it's still going on for a year, dude.
Not much longer. I mean, Bakhmut has fallen, so I mean they're trying to make no hay about it. Obviously, saying, "Oh well, we just evacuated. We held on as long as we could." But then you look up what is it, like 30 brigades that have been shoot up in that battle, and it's like, no, you didn't get evacuated. You got trounced. So, and they said the same thing for Mariupol when Mariupol fell, which is another important city. So it's I think it's quickly getting, it's over essentially, unless they keep pumping money into it. So the only thing they can really do at this point is keep pumping money and arms to slow down the Russian army and just
let's pump the brakes on that, dude. I'm not to be all like Trump, but Trump. Just his remark of I want everybody to just stop dying. I want everybody to just stop like blowing and wasting money. You know, just end it.
Well, the best thing they could do is surrender at this point, but Zelensky won't let them. Zelensky's been gone. He's not even there, I don't believe, and he's not even coming back to Ukraine. He's sort of like, okay, so which country is going to host me? Like,
oh shit, really? Is he like living in exile, like the Shah and shit? Now he's like,
Wait,
I'm a president on the run.
He's not in exile. He's on tour. It's sort of like I said. It's kind of looking like what happened to Idi Amin when he invaded. Who was it next door? That his mercenary army got trounced and he had to leave when they counter invaded.
Mm-hmm.
What was the?
Is that Mogadishu?
No, it was Tanzania. I think did he invade Tanzania? I believe Idi Amin. That was like the last thing that happened.
Mm.
It was an entire mercenary army. He didn't pay them. They got their asses whooped, and then I believe, I could be wrong, guys, and then Tanzania counterattacked and essentially overran his country and forced him into exile, where he went to, I believe, Saudi Arabia. So same thing kind of shaping up here.
What episode of Call of Duty was that? Modern Warfare. Is that in Modern Warfare?
I would say
that sounds like some shit we played in Modern Warfare, dude.
We get struck.
All right, so Rich Ayala, he said, those helping hands are also the ones shitting on folks for the platforms they decide to use. Those quote-unquote helping hands are made for circle jerks. Have a good one, champ.
Okay, so is this more of the CG versus Indiegogo versus Kickstarter stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. So what are your thoughts about it, Bar?
I don't know. You know, I do know. I'm going to stick with Indiegogo, and I'm going to stick with Fund My Comic. I'm not going to go to Kickstarter because I've got something else where Ethan was saying that they're fucking around at Kickstarter. So no, I'm going to stick with Indiegogo, or I'm going to stick with Fund My Comic. You know, those are going to be my two options. I don't have the money, and I don't have the resources to make my own comic book fucking funding website.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but
do you have any?
I guess I'm a little old school. I'll tell you that I guess I'm a little old school, little like fucking music scene kid. You know, I'm a little fucking straight edge kid still, even though I'm high as fuck right now.
I was going to say straight edge.
It's like I'm like there's like some like unity, there's loyalty. You know, like I you know, if it's like, hey, we're gonna do this Comicsgate thing, and we're gonna rock it as a voting block or a fucking, you know, a commercial group of people, you know, and our dollar is gonna have power and our say is gonna have power. Like that dollar only has power and that group only has clout if we stick together, and if we just start breaking up because we're leaving money on the table. I mean, I don't know.
Now, is there?
I'm tailing off, but that's basically what I'm thinking. Like, I mean, ultimately, everybody's gonna do what they're gonna do. You know what I mean? Like, we're north of the wall, in my opinion. So everybody is their own fucking king. Everybody's their own warlord.
Well, I think it depends on how you see it. I mean, I'm pretty much an outsider on the subject. I just see it as independent comics, and you just got to make your way any way you can.
Mm-hmm.
And I just can't help but see the term CG as just being synonymous with one person and their values. And I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying that it belongs to one person wholly, almost. And that person has.
What are you saying now? It belongs to one person wholly, solely, almost.
I mean, I'd say, you know,
are you talking about Ethan owning the trademark?
Totally trademark, but in terms of he's the face of it. You know what I mean? And Malin's probably like the second in command, I would assume, right? Am I wrong to assume that?
Yeah, I would say that. I mean, I'm Malin was here, but Ethan, just through fucking sheer willpower, has like taken, lead dog spot, and has also gotten ownership of the Comicsgate trademark.
No, wait, was there a Comicsgate before Ethan?
Yeah, there was, as like as a group. It
did
wasn't trademarked, and it was mercurial.
Okay, so it was sort of like the beginnings of Gamergate. If we
Yeah,
all
I mean,
remember
I
that
guess
one.
Comicsgate kind of evolved from Gamersgate. I think, like, once some of these chicks who were getting empowered from Gamersgate, I think that kind of spread over to comics.
I mean, do we remember how Gamergate started?
Some chick who was fucking dudes to get fucking stories or something.
Yeah, it was
Right?
Zoe Quinn.
I don't remember her name because
she was an indie dev. If I remember correctly, she was an indie dev out of San Francisco, and she had a game called Depression Quest, which sounds just fascinating and fun.
That sounds fucking dumb as fuck.
I think I could play it all night and be
no quarter given, dude. I don't give a fuck. It sounds stupid. Depression. What is it called? Depression Quest?
Yeah, it was a text-based choose your own adventure game.
Text-based? Jesus fucking Christ, lady.
So she's
Read
an indie
fucking
dev.
Audience. That sounds like dumb shit. Yeah, of course it's indie. Nobody wants to fucking play that game. She probably went to like a couple of different companies and was like, "Hey, I want to do a text-based game," and they're like, "Sounds good. Here's a bottle of water. Get the fuck out of here."
What is this, 1984?
Yeah, right. Is it going to be served on giant fucking cardboard floppy disks?
But wait,
you actually get a floppy disk server? It's like a hard drive or whatever the fuck with the game. Like you put the floppy into the game and like lock it down. You know what I mean? It's like that. That's how you get it. But
and you got to go to the school's like computer lab to play it.
Yeah, dude.
You can't afford the shit, so you got to like stay after school to play Predator or whatever the hell you had that you brought with you because you're poor.
So she made this shit. And then what happened? She started blowing dudes to get a higher score.
Yeah, she was blowing. She was making the rounds to the indie journalists, I guess, around the scene. And the guy she was living with at the time found out about it.
Sucking the lowest ranking journalists for her fucking shit. Like, not like, hey, I'm going to go fucking blow somebody at fucking Newsweek or let me fucking
just
slurp up some dude at Time Warner. No, she's like fucking blowing dudes that are like on fucking like video game websites.
Yeah, just dudes who are hanging around a local coffee shop with the beanie and the hacky sack, And the guy wrote a whole manifesto about like a true gamma male. He wrote this like 50-page like manifesto about her infidelities and how he feels about it.
Bitch boy, you fucking rent boy. Jesus.
Yep. And
so he was like, this bitch has fucking ruined me. My heart's in 1,000 pieces.
Yes.
And she's been fucking everybody. And she comes home with fucking cum stains and she's telling me she's reviewing games, but I know she's fucking just getting pile drived.
It's like the Hangover when he's like, she didn't fuck the shipmate. She fucked the bartender, all right? And he didn't come in her.
God, I come in you, and then you come in me, and then we fall in love. What did you say?
Well,
what the fuck did you just say?
So, like a true BPD, personality that she probably has, she instead of just owning up to it, she essentially started this Guten Dämmerung where she was going to bring down the entire video game industry.
Oh,
on top of her head,
burn it all, dude. That is such an easy thing for fucking these little children is to like knock stuff over. Like that's such a child's fucking action to like destroy something, which, I think that kind of goes back into what some of these people that Malin is talking about, where like they didn't get out of CG what they thought they were.
Right.
And so they get poopy pants and they start fucking slashing and burning. And everybody's a dickhead or a puto, you know what I mean? Like everybody's just, it's not how it worked out. But they were
Exactly,
there
and
though. You know,
well,
they're there when their book is needed.
well, in their case, it kind of created sort of a grifter situation where you got that the famous grifter Anita Sarkeesian. She made her way into it by making I think it was a Kickstarter campaign where she raised like 200 grand to do a series of YouTube videos where she talks about feminist tropes in video games. So she needed 200 grand to do that, and she stiffed everybody.
That's amazing.
But she jumped on it, and then this transsexual, I think male to female, named Brianna Wu.
Yeah.
I think she actually, I think she ran for, congressman or something, congressperson.
Yeah.
And they all jumped on it. And this shit went to the UN, dude. That's how far it went. And essentially, the point they made is that all of video games is sexist, racist, bigoted, homophobes, and we need to do something about it. So it just kind of ballooned from, hey, I'm a hoe, to, hey, I'm a little girl that didn't do nothing, to all these evil males who are calling me a hoe.
Yeah, Jesus. These males fucking fucked me over. So, that's going to be, hey, this is my Maryland voice. That doesn't sound like it. It's a little higher. Yeah, John Maryland.
You can't be excited.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Hey, fuck that guy. Yeah.
Fuck him.
So let me get into this real quick, because I do want to make sure that we're like focusing on this just a little bit. I want to, because
the reason I went through that long historical record is because it kind of, what I see in CG is it's sort of mimicking the trajectory of Gamergate, which is not good in my opinion.
Did Gamergate like start forming like little fucking indie companies pumping out games and stuff?
Well, not that, but in terms of the YouTube explosion off of it. Where a whole YouTube sector was created out of it, personalities,
just people
careers.
Commentating on it and shit.
Yeah, and being essentially edgelordy.
Yeah.
Like Sargon of Akkad, that guy, who was the other one? This Armored Skeptic, Amazing Atheist, all these YouTube channels that formed off the back of it to kind of fight that war. Same thing here, where you have a whole a whole sector of people making a living off of YouTube doing CG. Same situation occurred.
I'm not sure if there's a lot of people making a living off of this.
Well, I mean, but the social media part is a big part of selling the book. Is what I mean.
It's huge, dude. It's huge.
Now, what's unique to it is that CG has the book element, where Gamergate just had the YouTube element.
Yeah. So there's like an additional. It needs to be more than just a comic book too. At this point, like when you're opening that package, like it needs to be more than just a comic. It needs to be an experience. That's what the backers are saying that I've been listening to, is that they want it to be more than just a comic book. So some butt fuck on Twitter today was telling me that I wasn't listening to the fucking backers. And I was like, how am I not listening to the backers? Be specific.
You haven't had a campaign yet,
you greasy fuck. Well, I mean, dude, he was like just moving the goalpost around like that shit was on wheels, dude. It was ridiculous. 1 second, like I wasn't responsible for getting books out on time, and I was just a Mark Brooks because it wasn't doing fucking interiors, and then I was like, I just did a whole bunch of interiors.
Yeah, you did a whole graphic novel.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. I was like, what are you fucking talking about, dude? And then it was ridiculous. You fucking retard. So ridiculous. I'm like, why are you fucking following me, you shithead? Like, out of the blue, he just comes in and starts fucking going off on me. Because there's another tweet that and this is also part of this whole conversation of like and share. Who we got? We got like fucking 3 people watching.
Yeah.
So I also tweeted that like, CG creators like kind of slipping off the fucking CG hashtag off of their profile. I thought was a little fucking bullshit.
Now, why is that? Like, are you saying guys who were formerly I'm CG and now kind of low key sort of slipping it off? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying if you had CG and then you fucking just kind of like slip it off so that you can like fucking move into other circles without being known, I think
Mhm.
is fucking a little dastardly.
Okay.
I think there's some shade to it. You know what I mean? Where it's like you're promoting Comicsgate, you're utilizing Comicsgate as a group of consumers, but then you want to also slip it when you're ready to like move on to other stuff. You know what I mean? It bothers me
I mean,
because when
I'll
it's time to get bigger, you're not bringing that fucking that like, hey, we're all in this together. Not that I even need you to be like, hey, we're all in this together, right, Matt Barr? Like, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, just proclaiming CG.
right.
I,
For
I
clout, like for to be a grifter. I mean, I've seen that before. I've seen, I wouldn't say big artists, but artists coming in from the industry, and they kind of see CG as a way to make a quick buck because they're so hungry for heroes. You see that in politics all the
yeah,
time.
dude. I
You
will
see it
even
all the time.
fucking say it, dude. No quarter given. I'll even fucking call out, dude. Like Gabe El Taib, like totally
Well,
came in and was fucking dick and balls into fucking CG, wrecked shit, and then now fucking backed out, right? And it's like, okay,
yep.
well, when you were in the moment of CG fucking hot and heavy, you went on Fox News.
No,
Did you
because
mention
they're
he didn't mention the word CG once.
and that's what I
So
mean
it's
by
like
grifting, Matt.
it's
Matt
like
is that
how are you like, and then the fucking asshole like does a campaign with somebody and then like cancels the campaign, dude. You weren't even around for that shit, dude.
I was in the nether realm during that.
Dude, yeah, you were in a fucking pocket universe. You were
I'm in the onslaught dimension.
you're what is that? At Tanagra. Darmok and Jalad at Tanagra. That's where you were, dude. You were all fucking you were fighting an invisible animal
I'm at
fucking
the fucking nexus of Sominus, and you need that big, what is it, like technoscope to pull me down like in Howard the fucking Duck.
yeah, dude. You're in that giant kind of pillar with all the hands pointing in different directions and there's crazy ass weird Kirby background.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man, I thought that was cockadoodoo, dude.
But that's
That
what I
he was
mean,
doing shit like
and
that, and then as soon as like shit kind of went south a little bit, like he fucking bounced, right? Like he
exactly.
just doesn't show up anymore, and it's like
Hello, J-Bot.
people are fucking people are kind of aware of that. People are like super aware of that right now, or
Well,
they
and
were
again, well,
aware of
this
it.
is a meta problem I have with the right in general, and with conservatives in particular. And I'm not just talking CG; I'm talking culturally. Is that they're so, like I said, they're so hungry for heroes, and
Yeah.
to have their own, let's say,
Hero!
copies of leftist archetypes under their own tent, like homosexuals or trannies or whoever their pets are. They want to say our trannies, our homosexuals. So they'll take anyone that says conservative shit, no matter who they are, without even vetting them. And you see this all the time. You see this in what's her name? I don't know, Tommy Lahren, people like that, you
Mm-hmm.
know, or what's the black chick's name? I can't remember her name. The one that they're all going gaga for when she was testifying before Congress.
Candace Owens?
Candace Owens, another grifter. She's like an Antifa chick, practically. Not Antifa, but she was basically canceling people, but a year before becoming a conservative. So
I don't agree with canceling. I mean, I think you need to like make yourself stable enough so that you can't be canceled. But
what I mean by that, Matt, is that
platformed.
the reason they do it is because the left is crowded in terms of celebrity and money making. So they hop over to the right because again they're hungry, they're thirsty, like a bunch of virgins in AOL chat room. They're like, ooh,
Yeah.
21 black female conservative, jump on her, right? There's gonna be 50 text messages opening up. Same thing here. They're so hungry for any kind of professional to say the shit they want them to say that they can instantly fund a campaign, and they kind of know that.
Right.
And this is why it becomes a target for cynicism.
Look at this newest example and understand why it's tough. I'm not going to
Hold
do that.
on.
So many people do like the goofy
One
fucking
sec.
voices. I'm not. 1 second.
Hold on 1 second, man. I got to step away for a second.
All right. Well,
Hold
I'll
on
just read this while
Yeah,
you're
go.
taking a shit. Look at this newest example and understand why it's tough promoting people we don't know as much as we want to. He comes from the chat, promotes his book through super chats for months from a group known for its KS boycott. We presume he's CG. Doesn't matter. We promote him anyways. Gets help, support, praise from group because of the unique quality of his work. Given direct access to the biggest show in CG, raises money, fulfills, and all is quiet. All good, right? Success story. A year later, decides we're all assholes for sticking to our boycott, calls us putas, looking for tug jobs, and never once have we asked him for anything.
I'm back, you grifter.
Grifter.
It's a term we all should get to know, by the way. Grifter. You know him when you see him, and unfortunately, the example.
I don't even know. I mean, the only fucking thing a grifter. I remember seeing that movie Grifters with Annette Bening and fucking John Cusack. You know what I mean? Where I'm like, they were going around like stealing people's money and like not hooking them up
I
with
think
shit.
you are. No, I think you are. I think if you're lying about who you are and what you intend to do just to hoover up dough because you couldn't get it where you were, that's a grifter to me.
Okay, so what if you roll in and you're completely honest with who you are and what you're thinking and what you're doing, and you present what you're doing, and then you do the item that you're getting paid for?
Well, yeah,
that's
fine.
not a
I mean,
grift, right? I mean,
no, of course, you're being genuine.
But like there is a big step. Those are like huge steps between each one of those. You know what I mean? Like, hey, get to know me. That means you've got to like be in the chats. You got to like start doing your streams. You know what I mean? You have to like start like putting in some fucking time. You know,
putting in the work.
Unless you like get sucked in like fucking Gabe. You know.
Or like, it's got to be like the mob,
1
right?
minute you're like working, and then the next minute you're here.
Well, it's like the mob, dude. Who knows you? Well, I know Jimmy. I vouch for him. You know,
he's a friend of ours rather than a friend of yours, kind of.
Exactly.
Right. So yeah. So you're welcome. So yeah, dude. It was like, I remember Rich Ayala. He was on. He was doing a bunch of stuff when his book was out, when his book was coming, and then I haven't seen anything from him, and I don't think he's like done anything CG or promoted CG since his book was done. So I think that's what a little bit of like the what the fuck, where it's like, why are you kind of talking shit after we helped you, right? I mean,
right, because you want to hoover up that fanaticism.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'll give the CG.
We're tapping into that fucking CG.
And that does sell books, and the only problem I have with it is that this whole.
But all right, so this is the point, was that like so it's like no wonder like people are like, hey, how come I can't get on to the King show? How come I can't get on to the bigger shows?
Mm-hmm.
It's like these guys don't want to they don't want to do another one of these. Where they promote somebody that they don't know, and then that person ends up just like totally fucking them over. Right. It's not like a new thing. It's like a reoccurring thing. So, I mean, how many times are you going to like allow yourself to be abused before you're just like, fuck it? It went from like, hey, like, let's promote people, let's show shit. It switched from that to build your own platform.
And also in this
which is good, which is what you're supposed to do. You shouldn't just fucking rely on somebody fucking giving you fish. You know what I mean? You need to start like building your own little like fishing holes.
Fucking Matt Barr, you high bash. You gotta let me talk, man.
Sorry, fucker.
Goddamn,
it's new quarter. It's unquarter given, no quarters. Sorry,
God.
Go.
I start talking. This high bastard starts talking.
I know. I'm sorry.
Well, what the hell was I going to say? Well, I think the burden, unfortunately, in the independent space and CG is that, unlike in the big two, where you're just essentially a hired gun, you're there to do your writing, your script scripting, your lettering, your art, and then you get your paycheck and leave. Here, you have to sell yourself, so there's an added. Now, I guess you could call it a burden, but also responsibility, because people got to get to know you, and then by getting to know you, they want to help your project.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the guys who are going at it kind of alone, who aren't part of like a crew, because CG doesn't have a crew. You know, there is a little clique that is of the highest of the highest.
There is CG. I mean, there are some people doing shit solo, but they're part of CG. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like there's some people that aren't like clicked up. You know, there are a lot of clicks, which is just something that just like happens naturally. You know what I mean? People just start gravitating.
What's the difference between CG and independent comics? Like the two terms. What's the difference?
There's nothing. There isn't a difference.
So why can't someone just say, "Hey, I'm an indie guy"?
I mean, you basically are. You are. There's just an extra layer of like emphasis on what you're doing. I think it's the same thing. Like I mean, because you can make awesome, crazy, trainee lumberjack books, and that's independent. You know what I'm saying? Like you can make dog shit.
I'd buy that for $1.
Unfortunately, the cover price is fucking $8. So
if it has a Matt Barr, variant, I might spring for that and get it slabbed. But other than that, nah.
I'm good.
Pick up your copy at tranniesgobroke.com.
So yeah, so that's the little difference.
Okay, so okay, but this is
it's almost like you're like when I'm CG, it's like I'm definitely like making a conscious effort to like
why
produce books because I feel like they need to be there.
No, like, but why call yourself CG? Then what is the ideology that makes you CG? You know what I mean? Because what you're describing is just basically nothing. So what makes you CG?
What makes it CG?
Yeah, as opposed to just independent comics in general.
I think the additional the culture war part of it.
Okay.
There's
a political dimension.
I know, and it's like, hey, keep the politics out of our books, but Comicsgate is kind of political. Mm-hmm. But it's also not. It's also like, hey, I want to make comic books that like respect the reader, and I'm kind of replacing what the big two used to do. Is what I want to do. I'm like, do you see the fucking question mark emphasis I put on the end of my statements? It's what I want to do.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
it's like, oh, like you could be independent, sure. Like, hey, I'm an independent, comic book person. Yes.
Okay.
But then I'm also saying, hey, I'm upset that the comic book industry has been fucked up, and I'm actively making comic books that I think should be existing that aren't.
All right. So do you think that Comicsgate is inherently right wing? Is it libertarian? Is it a little bit left wing? Like what do you think the milieu is here in CG?
I think it's more conservative.
Okay.
I definitely think it's center to right. I think we have a lot of CGers that are kind of center. And then I think we have a lot of CGers that are right-leaning, conservative, like me.
You think it's mostly libertarians?
Yeah, I would say I'm more of a libertarian. I mean, I don't know. I just want to be left the fuck alone.
Which is what ended up happening in Gamergate, right? Is Gamergate was a bunch of liberal gamers, and then all of a sudden these women come along, and it creates this evolutionary selective mechanism. Says, okay, I guess we're all libertarians now to fight this force. So they were kind of given sort of a negative identity by the imposition of these crazy women and one tranny,
Yeah, I mean, I guess with the industry, it was like. Comic books were kind of left leaning, maybe, like, hey, like we're, in this together, and everybody is judged on their power, on their ability, their actions, that kind of thing. There was some social justice because, I mean, that's what superheroes are, right? They're kind of taking law into their own hand and creating a justice.
Well,
So
Mr.
it's like you have that, but it's like, so they're like, oh yeah, women, of course you should work here, not realizing that like they're not dealing with like second wave feminists, they're dealing with like kind of third wave feminists, that like hate
Mhm.
everything that they're walking into.
Right, and I also think that it's a revolt against a unreality, so to speak. Like we all we all know that art is kind of a form of mimesis, right? You're kind of mimicking reality in art. Well, you are mimicking reality in art. That's what it is. And
Yeah.
for you to tell me that a woman is completely perfect and all she's trying to do is prove all these skeptical men wrong, and she never goes through a moral or ethical challenge to or a hero's journey, and it's merely she's perfect from start to end. We both know that's not reality. And to say it's unreality, you're somehow reinforcing patriarchal stereotypes. I think that's
Hmm.
also it. It's like what Mr. Dong just said. CG is mostly people who reserve the right to get grossed out at gay stuff.
Mr. Dong's here. Holy shit.
Which is a funny comment, actually. I really like that one. And it's true. It's to be able to say no.
Yes. Yeah. I don't like that. I don't want to see that shit in my books. I want my books to be like all ages, not fucking not focused on like the weirdest fucking people in our society.
And not all about me. Like it seems like all those books that come from the big two are about them and their personality disorders or their mental disorders or their sexual disorders writ large into comics.
Yeah, or like multiple pages of like characters on their phones and shit. Like,
Yeah. Well,
like
I'll give you an
wait a minute.
example. Like,
Like, did you not have you fuckers not read like How to Draw Comics? How to draw the Marvel way. Like everything needs to be dramatic. Like, why are you showing me She-Hulk sitting at a fucking coffee shop on her fucking phone? You know what I mean? Like,
fascinating.
draw her jumping from building to building with her fucking super strength. You know what I mean? Like,
Don't,
be
don't you know
dramatic
that's
with it, you fuck faces.
hey you asshole? Don't you know that's millennial love? Okay, haven't you ever walked to a restaurant with
I
your
don't
wife and
care,
seen
dude.
4 people on their phones at a table?
Well, then they should go and make stupid little millennial comic books
Nobody buys.
that nobody buys. Don't come over here with our shit. So yeah, that's what that is, dude.
And
Oh my
I
god,
mean,
dude. Everyone wants to just hear his fucking rant.
oh Lord. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
that's
I.
what this show is, dude. I'm just gonna like let my fucking rant like fly on this show. Like you could literally ask me anything on this show.
And so if
And
I
I'll
was in the
fucking
same room
talk
with
about.
you,
I'll even talk about who I was talking about with the fucking slipping the CG off of their profile, dude. It was fucked up. Like he like told me about it. And I was like, man, that's fucking kind of shady, dude. Like that's a shady move for somebody living in such a sunny fucking state.
I can tell you, man, it's a good grift. Being anti get or being get the libs. It's actually a very good
Well, it was
grift.
like, hey man, I'm gonna take CG off because I wanna hang out with these other people who like aren't real big fans of CG, but I'm gonna do it because I want to like expand a little more. And I mean, I just feel like, man, what a cop out a little bit, you know?
But also, Matt, for me personally, my
Because it wasn't
problem.
it wasn't just like, hey, I made a decision. I know, I'm sorry, dude. I keep cutting you off.
Okay,
It's
go,
like
and I'll go after you.
I've made a decision. I don't want to be CG anymore. And I'm fucking turning in all rights and privileges, you know, here and now forevermore. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because it's like once you're like, yo, man, I don't want to be in CG anymore. Like as soon as you try to get back, you're gonna catch a cold shoulder.
Mhm.
Just ask Vinny Tartamelli, Tartamello.
Well,
Ask
I
that
think that the big.
chimpanzee motherfucker. Ask that fucking shirt tail looking motherfucker. He tries to come back and then he can't get back
Who?
in. Vinny,
Oh, okay. Your old
Vinny,
friend, yes, your best friend.
yeah, dude. What was, dude? It was fucking, dude. It was like, hey man, how's it going? Holy shit, you're in CG? Yeah, yeah. And then as soon as it was like, oh, you're in CG, he was like, yeah, I'm in CG. that was like after he had already been like kind of fucked over a little bit, and he was like still in like I'm in CG mode, but then after that he wasn't. He kind of flipped real quick after that. There
Is
was like
a
an art auction that he got the link because he was in the green room, but then Ethan never brought him on the show because Vinny was proclaiming that he wasn't CG anymore. Anyways,
is he
so
still
yeah, so you
around?
get the cold shoulder. I don't fucking know. I
Matt,
don't
been
know.
gone for a
I
year.
don't
Damn
pay
it!
attention. I don't pay
You pay
attention.
attention
I
to
mean,
everything, Matt. You
I
pay
don't.
attention to
No,
everything.
I really don't. I don't.
You're like the eye of fucking Sauron, just like right on you, and it's like a Twitter barrage down the path of light.
Nah,
He's like,
not like that. Holy shit, dude! Why are you saying that? That's fucking crazy. I'm hard at work.
but you can multitask, and that means talking shit too. But now let me get
Dude,
my word in.
I
Sure.
love talking shit. Let me tell you, I love fucking talking shit, dude.
All right, you ask Goblin. Let me get my word in.
All right, sorry, go.
All right, so my biggest problem with CG is mostly what's talked about in the CG streams because it is a culture war avenue. It's independent comics telling the story you want to tell and being left in peace to kind of be honest with yourself about the stories you want to tell. But it's also, like I said, a forum and a dimension of the culture war because comics are part of our culture, just like films are, just like novels are, just like history and academia are. The problem I have with it is that it ends up just being a bunch of guys who are angry that the left has more power than them. And they simply say, I'm mad that my will is not strong enough to overcome their will. And I just want to be stronger. So let's get the libs. It's like a negative identity. They don't ever claim they have an identity. Is it atheism? Is it Christianity? Is it Islam? I mean, what is your power in the culture war? What are you trying to replace? What kind of gas are you trying to use on their termites?
I don't know, man. I guess there is a godliness to it to some of it. Like Ethan like praises God and shit.
Mm-hmm. But what I've noticed is that it's a lot of commentary on what they're doing, and they're just marching forward.
Who's
While we're
marching
saying
forward? I mean, the
left,
comic industry right now, they're not marching forward.
yeah, they're marching forward into
They're
oblivion.
stumbling. They're fucking stumbling and dying, dude. This is
Exactly.
This is Stephen King's Long March, and these motherfuckers ain't making it, dude.
No, they're not making it.
IDW
You're right.
is fucking. They're fucking trying to sell dick pics to fucking keep their doors open, dude. You know what I'm saying? They're like, we'll fucking do anything. Heather Antos, bring that bitch over here. They bring her stupid snail trail ass over. She starts dripping fucking goofy pussy juice all over the place, just
So that
ruining
way,
it.
the
They're
artist
like,
edition
fuck, it
didn't
just
sell.
stinks in here. You fucking done nothing.
Um,
That makes no fucking sense at all. So, Beowulf 13. I've been here. I've been following Comicsgate since pretty much the beginning. There's been a lot of guys like this, and they use Ethan, some of the other kings, promote their stuff, and then they dip out, badmouth the movement afterwards. That's fucking Beowulf. Instead of leaving quietly, they just stand around and suck dick. I didn't have that part. Instead of leaving quietly, they always grandstand. Yeah. There's
what's
like
with
a
you and body
giant like
parts?
fuck you. Hey everybody, like how many YouTube fucking videos have been made where the person's like, I'm leaving CG. I'm done with Ethan.
Has there?
Yeah, dude.
I
Not
thought
enough to
everybody.
where I'm like, yo, I want a nickel for every one of them. But if you're like, I'd take a fucking bank roll for each one that's happened. I'd take a K.
I thought everybody quaked in their boots.
Nah, man. Everybody likes to do their little proclamation, declaration, and it ends up being like their little 5 minutes of fame because then everybody watches that video because they're fucking melting down.
Over what? Like typically, what are they mad about?
Lack of fucking attention, dude. Lack of attention. Like, sometimes it won't be because Ethan won't bring them on their show, on his show, or one of the other shows, or the sales aren't there.
Mm-hmm.
And Sometimes, I don't know. Sometimes Ethan doesn't bring them on, and then sometimes people's books just fucking suck.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to, I don't hate to say it. I love saying it. Your fucking shit sucks. It rolls off my
Well,
tongue
most of
like
it
a
does,
fucking
unfortunately.
like
That's
a
the sad part.
labia, dude. Fucking sucks.
Well,
Fucking bullshit.
also, Matt, there's a lack of kind of oversight. So anybody can do any book they want, they fucking please in CG. If you got the money, then you can do it. And I'm sorry to say that a lot of it isn't very good.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing about indie. That's the thing. I mean, you go to the indie section, and most of 90% of it is dog shit.
Yeah, I mean, 90% of the majors is dog shit too. Don't get me wrong.
Now,
Yeah.
now it's dog shit, and that's what's crazy. That's what That's what was really kind of clicking with me and Zach was just like, this is fucking crazy. Like, how am I buying these comic books and the artwork? Like, I could draw better than this. You
Yes,
know
you
what I'm
can.
saying? Like, I was just like, I can't fucking buy these comic books anymore. I can't buy shit that I could draw better. Like, I just
Now,
can't even I
and
can't even look at this shit anymore.
since you're
And it's
high,
just because it's fucking like, it's like Tumblr motherfuckers and like Twitter fuckery where it's like, hey, look at me. I did fucking X-Men and they look like Adventure Time. Oh, awesome. You get a fucking job. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Oh, Matt, let's take a look at your shit. Oh, you're a fucking white dude and you're straight. Yeah, no thank you. We already got enough of those.
and you got a bunch of kids.
Oh, and you're a fucking breeder?
Yeah, even
Oh,
worse.
no, 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 no,
Fucking
no.
cocksucker. How dare you?
Bot, a jibby jop, bop, bop, a JJ bot, bop. What's going on,
What's
J
So-
bot?
up? Man, you guys are having a blast in here.
Oh, dude.
Oh.
Suck at that.
I'm
Fuck.
trying to get a goddamn word in. Is what I'm trying to do.
I know. I apologize.
Well, good
The
luck
sun-
with that, man.
Because when Matt gets going, it's like blah, 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 and he's like a verbal bulldozer, and you're just like, okay, I feel like Vinny here.
Oh yeah, well he's been having a good time.
How's your night going?
It's going okay. It's going okay. I decided I was listening. I was like, dude, I gotta.
Yeah,
say
give us
some
what you
shit.
got.
So I
Say
hopped on.
something, man.
So
Let me hear it.
So what I not followed, but I seen this whole Rich stuff kind of unfold because he'd go on the Kings and like do super chats and promote his books and shit, right? I think where a lot of this stuff is coming from, or like what pisses them off, is that when Malin made that broad statement that people were trying Kickstarter amid the Indiegogo blacklisting bullshit that they were doing, and then people went to Kickstarter and started making money.
Mhm.
And then Malin comes out and says, well, I can't believe you guys go back to Kickstarter. If you went back to Kickstarter, you're a traitor to CG, with like Aaron Lopresti on the fucking stream who has used Kickstarter along with like Billy Tucci and like Graham Nolan and other guys that are like using Kickstarter too. I think that's kind of what pissed these guys off, and it's like, well, fuck you, you're not gonna tell me what to do. I'm gonna do what I want to do, and I think that's where all this shit is coming from, and from the Rich Ayala and all the comics Gway group guys. So it was
Okay.
fine until Malin came out and said you're all fucking traitors. And it's like, dude, Aaron Lopresti's like right there, dude. He has like Wrath of Gods up on Kickstarter like right now, dude. And you're just gonna like, are you calling Aaron Lopresti a fucking traitor? So I think that's what the pushback from this shit was coming from. So it's not like these guys decided just to go to Kickstarter just for whatever.
But do you think there's an aspect of like, Lopresti, he's over on Kickstarter, but he's also on all the shows, and he's making a presence even when he doesn't have a book.
Well, yeah, well,
there's like a, hey, like you're around. You know what I mean? Like I don't have a book, but I'm still like around, and I'm still like on shows and in chats and stuff. Like I'm not just like gonna dip. And I think that's what Malin is is saying.
Well, the thing is that they started the Comics Gway magazine. They've doing their own they're doing their own live streams. I mean, they're doing stuff. They're around CG. I mean, they're not on the big shows, but they're around CG and in the chats and stuff too, trying to quote unquote build their platform as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think what kind of ticked them off and other smaller creators is like Indiegogo shitting on CG. they go to Kickstarter, make a few $1,000. It's like, well, cool, man. That's more people seeing our book. That's more money in our pocket. And then you hear Malin from top of the mountain saying, well, fuck you guys. You guys are traitors. You guys can't do that. And I think that's where the problem comes from. It's like, well, what do you mean? Like, these other guys are doing it. It's like Billy Tucci's been on Kickstarter for forever doing everything. Why can't we do everything at the same time? I thought the point of CG was to get everybody to see our books. Whoever puts the books in their hands. You have people from Kickstarter that don't use Indiegogo. You got people from Indiegogo that don't use Kickstarter. It's like, these guys want everybody to see their shit. They don't have the opportunity to be like, I'm doing a book, guys, raise all this money, and then just be like, all right, I'm going to work on it for 2 years, and then you'll get the book when you get the book. The smaller creators don't have that luxury, so they're trying to get their shit out as much as possible. So these guys they've been all over the place. So it's not like they show up, hey guys, and then like, like Gabe, some heat and he fucking bounces. These guys have been here and they're around. So I see where they're coming from, where they're pissed, because I get like, it's like, the punk rock mentality. Well, fuck, you're up there and you're telling me I can't do this shit. Well, fuck you, man. And I think that's where they're talking about like the glad handing and the tug jobs. It's like, listen, like, I'm not gonna kiss nobody's ass. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want. And I mean, to that I can respect them.
Yeah, because eventually, I mean, you're going to start sounding like a commissar, right? And this is what I was trying to ask Matt here a minute ago. Is there an ideological CG now? Because to say you're a traitor, you got to ask yourself, a traitor from what? That kind of denotes a loyalty to something. And what is that something? And is it a set of beliefs? So that's my question. Like, has it become its own institution that also has its own form of gatekeeping?
Yeah, that's the part I don't agree with. When you have, especially when at the time, lately Indiegogo's been doing all the shadow banning shit. It's like, well, if they're shadow banning me, why don't I throw it up on Kickstarter too? Oh, there's $3,000. There's $7,000 that wouldn't have been there if they didn't go to Kickstarter. I'm like, how?
$3,000 is a lot of money for an independent.
How can you hate on them and calling people traitors when they're doing that? That I don't understand. And I think that's where the name calling came from, because I mean, Malin shot first. The terms of agreement of Indiegogo agreement was, Indiegogo treats us well. CG's doing great. We're using Indiegogo all the time. Once Indiegogo starts fucking around with stuff, and starts fucking around with people's money, and when people are getting shit, it's like, okay, well, let's okay, what else we got? Let's try Kickstarter. I mean, thank God now there's Fund My Comic, who, again, like, nobody knows who the fuck I am, and nobody gives a shit. I just follow CG, I draw here and there, and I bullshit. Why did it take a group of small creators to create Fund My Comic, and not the big guys that have been capitalizing on the CG shit to make an alternative instead of dealing with Indiegogo and Kickstarter? Because they make the money no matter what. They're going to make their money. But when you have a small guy that comes in that really has to count their pennies and get every cent, they're going to need Indiegogo. They need that Kickstarter. But when you have creators that are pulling the 200K or whatever, granted, they're talented. If they're fine right now, they don't need it to be better. But the smaller guys, they need it to be better. And so the smaller guys, like Luke Stone and his team, created Fund My Comic to give the smaller guys an alternative. But it took the smaller guys who gave a shit to do so.
Right.
And that's the part I don't understand. Is like, if you were like, hey man, like, I mean, it's not like they're having to back anything or anything. Just fucking put an infrastructure together and do a site and something. And
that's an apt image, by the way.
So what?
To what J-Bot is saying, it's an apt image to go along with what he's talking about. The crabs in the barrel.
Yeah, I'm like, that's the part I don't get. And so now it's like, hey, JD Kirby, that dude took a shit on John Malin publicly. Yes, because John Malin shot first. He was Han Solo, bro. He's the one that called anybody that Kickstarters traitors. What do you think that is? I mean, how would you be like, cool, you're rolling CG, you're watching all the shit, you're like, cool, the stuff with Indiegogo happens. Let's make some extra bucks. We're just trying to put a book out and have people look at our shit. And then here's one of the big dogs saying, if you use Kickstarter right now, you're a traitor. But if you use Indiegogo, nobody's gonna see your shit. Good luck, guys.
Right. And I also think there's a bigger thing we're not mentioning is that when people are first doing their first book and they're unknown, this is a big investment and a big risk. And you're relying on that first book to get your name out there, to get your first gigs, maybe other gigs on other books, and make somewhat of a passive income on it. These guys already have a built-in audience. They have capital that rolls from book to book to project. So that is completely funded off of not only Indiegogo, but YouTube as well. You know, they get super chats, they get memberships, they get ad revenue, but they're all monetized. But you get in there, you're like, hey man, I'm investing $5,000, which doesn't grow on trees. I got to try to make this book as successful as possible because I'm not getting another shot at it if it doesn't make something.
I would say it is.
Well, of course it is. I mean, it's the
traitor.
equivalent of being called. It's the equivalent of being called a coward.
But hey, it's a personality, so it's okay, guys.
To what?
It's a personality that he does, so it's okay, guys. He's like playing a character, so it's cool, guys.
No, I don't. That is, no quarter given. All right, I don't like the two people fucking two persona thing.
I hate.
I don't fucking
hate
like that at all. Like, oh yeah, fuck that guy, and then like you get him off, and he like puts on glasses, and he's like super nice and stuff. I don't know, because it throws me off, because I've like hung out with him on a couple of streams, and like I was drawing some. He's like, "Yeah, your fucking hands look gay," and I like the hands that I was drawing on the vampire, and it was like, all right, like, are we gonna fucking play like that? Like, is that how we're gonna like go back and forth? But it's like, am I gonna sit there and like talk shit about his drawings and stuff? Like, I didn't have the opportunity because he ended up drawing like some kind of giant dick or something. You know what I mean? So like nobody could really like, yeah, your fucking drawing's all right, dude. You know what I mean? So it's like, but then other people are like, no, man, off camera he's like really nice and cool. But I take their word for it, and there's several people have said that, but like the two personas, I don't really like jam on that.
Matt Barr like sticks his hands in like a equivalent of an iron lung every night, like David Duchovny and Zoolander.
No, not my hands. I have hands like a fucking lumberjack. I'm talking about the vampire hands that I was drawing.
No, but I've seen your hands many
times. If you and I are hanging out, this is exactly how I would be hanging out with you. Like, there's not like a fucking like on air Matt Barr and then a fucking like.
Oh no, I can't
quiet
stand
little I'm on air and I've got stupid fucking shades and I've got a mustache. You know what I'm saying? Like,
shit.
I'm not playing that fucking weird game.
Yeah.
Why do they do it? Why do people do the shtick?
You need to do a whole new. If you're gonna do it, you need to be like,
because their personalities are dog shit, fucking poopy pants.
Yeah, you need to do something that's like, fucking, I'm gonna wear a Sasquatch mask, and you're not gonna know who the fuck I am, and I'm gonna have a name and shit. Like, if you're gonna do a character, go 100%. Don't pussyfoot around with it.
Yeah, my personality sucks, so no amount of costume is gonna change it. So I just say, hey, I'm Will. I suck. It's who I am.
Well, I was expecting you to pull up some fucking, well, the Carthaginians were fighting against the Platonian Wars, and I thought you were gonna fucking pull out some fucking crazy. I was like, oh,
carcinogens. So like, Cancer was fighting who?
Yeah, the Carthaginians were fighting the Platonic Wars on the Labian Seas.
The Labian Seas. The fuck,
so,
man.
Yeah, so.
Well, wait, we're not doing a history show, motherfucker. We're doing no quarter given.
I know, no quarter given.
Am I allowed to talk history?
Look, I got a couple of muted.
I talked about that whore from.
This is the fucking guy, Eric the Guapo. What a fucking cocksucker, dude! What a fucking God! I wish this guy had dribbled down his mother's ass crack, man. Like, fuck this dude. Just
The
out
best
of the
part of you ran
blue.
down to crack your mom's
Boom.
ass and then up and
Got
down
it.
staying on the mattress.
Yeah, you're a fucking cocksucker from the day you're born to the day you die. This guy, got to create a dragon to slay instead of fulfilling your fucking bucks.
How many times have you heard that,
He
Matt
was
Barr?
able to unlatch himself off of Vicky versus fucking tit to send that tweet. It was very nice of
Jesus.
him.
That bitch. She blocked me. It's like, she blocked me because I tagged her in a tweet from like monster.com or it was like Indeed or some shit. Hey, can you help my friend get a job? And I fucking tagged her in it.
Oh shit.
And she blocked me. I was like, this is great.
That's an honor.
Yeah, this dude earlier was like, "Who the fuck are you?" He was like telling me I needed to listen to backers, and like turns out he like didn't know what books I had worked on, and didn't back any of the shit that I was working on. So it's like, well, are you a backer or are you just some fucking dude standing on the street yelling at me?
Mm-hmm.
Like I was like, I've worked in restaurants, so that's kind of I always go back to like restaurant analogies, where I'm like, if you're like pissed off, at first he was like, no, I don't back CG shit. And I thought he was serious. I was like, well, then if you don't back CG shit, then why are you complaining? Like, if you don't, like, why are you complaining about the pizza in your town if you've never fucking ordered any?
Excuse me, gentlemen. I'll be back in a minute.
But then it's like, at this point, it's like, well, if you don't know who I am and you're not gonna back my shit regardless of what happens, like, why do I need to fucking listen to you? Like, get the fuck out of my face.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I'm in my kitchen and I'm making a fucking menu and I'm serving people. I'm serving my backers that have come into my kitchen. And then this dude is outside yelling at me about how I treat my customers, even though he's never fucking been in my restaurant.
Yeah.
And never will come into my restaurant. Like he's outside going, I don't know what's on your menu and I'm never going to fucking go in there. But you're a piece of shit and you need to treat your customers better.
And put this on your menu.
Yeah.
It's like,
what?
Will you come then? No, I never planned on coming there anyway. You're like,
you need to have better quality meat on your fucking plate. Like, what are you talking about, dude? We got fucking Kobe beef, bro. I massaged that cow before it's fucking killed.
Yeah,
monkey sucking fuck.
Fucking
you Gollum
Twitter,
fucker.
Man. Fucking
Twitter. It's not reality. That's the fun part, dude. Is like I get to just fucking get revved up. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
And then as soon as like I leave my office, dude, like I don't have any fucking stress outside of this shit. Like, so I'm almost like hungry for it. You know what I mean? Like if once I leave my office, my life is pretty much fucking clockwork, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's dope. I'm not really stressing out. I mean, you worry about stuff like there's some deadlines, shit like that. But like for the most part, I'm not really stressing about anything. Maybe like the amount of fucking fire ants in my backyard.
Shit.
So I like to come on here and just like fucking read Twitter and be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, are you fucking retarded?
Are you fucking retarded? I don't think you can say are you fucking retarded because then they'll like flag you.
Can. We're taking it back.
Oh, you can?
No, I don't know.
Oh shit! These people are in trouble. I'm like, are you fucking retarded?
On the stream, fuck yeah, but yeah, no, I don't know about that.
Okay.
Who knows which way?
But you got to be careful because there are some people who are fucking retards, dude. Like, I mean, I joked the other day. I was talking to somebody. I was like, yeah, man, you got to handle fucking comic book artists like fucking Down syndrome kids. Just fucking hang, yeah, man, your stuff is great. You're doing great. Yeah. Awesome. You're not fucking eating that mop they fucking gave you, dude. Great to go. But like, somebody's just like, man, you fucking retarded. And like the one time I was like, man, what the fuck is going on with your fucking book? He was like, oh, I got Asperger's and I don't, I'm like, I kind of felt a little bad,
Yeah. Well, fix that shit.
Fix what shit?
The Asperger's. My
shit? I did.
No,
I just like was like, all right, man.
You.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't like, hey, man, your shit sucks. But I was like, that shit looks kind of boring. I thought it was something else. I thought he like showed me something else. It was funny.
I'll show you something else. You
show me something else.
Uh-oh.
So then, what was Ayala was like talking about the green rooms, the CG green room and shit. He was like talking some crazy shit about like, yeah, that's
like the equivalent of the back of a dumpster.
Oh, look at all these
circle
people.
jerking going on there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's maybe he's maybe smelling each other's farts might have been a better term than
Or
than circle
sodomizing
jerking.
each other.
Yeah, he was like, yo, in the CG rooms, you guys are just all sucking and fucking.
So the CG rooms are gay discos now?
I don't know, man. I fucking bounced, dude. I haven't
Oh, you
been
were
in
in
it. I was in one for a little while. I was in like DCG Green Room. I was in one for a little while, and it was like small. Like Ethan started one, and I guess he started up a new one, and there was like maybe 20, 24 people in there. And then it just started getting filled up. You know, it just started getting filled up with
That's what she
everybody.
said.
Yeah, and like there was I mean, holy shit. Like people were like, some people like Charlie's of London was just using that shit like it was her regular feed.
Oh God.
Like just, I mean, hey, going to the mailbox. Hey, going down to the street corner to pick up a pub or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's like at some point it's just like, yo, like I'm reading your fucking feed already. Like just put it in your feed. Like why are you clogging up this fucking this group chat? But then I got into trouble.
Oh, really? Oh, to hell you say, man.
No.
I got in trouble, right? Well, funny story. Right? So
Wait.
like I was see, dude, I don't go. I mean, everything's on Front Street. Like I'm if you ask people like, yo, did Matt Barr get his fucking work done? Like, yeah, he got that shit done ahead of time, and he got it like I got it better than I expected. Like that's my jam. You know what I mean? Like, that's my fucking. I come from a world of fucking pure merit, dude.
Well, Matt,
You know?
I'll say this about you: you always know where you stand with you.
I do, because it's so much easier, dude. It's so much easier to be like, yo, man, this is how I feel about you. How do you feel about me? Okay, good. Then I don't need to work with you, and I'm not gonna fucking deal with you.
Mhm.
Right? And you know what I like to do? I like to see people get fucking pissed off at me. I like to see that fucking happen, because then people start getting fucking real honest with shit. You know what I mean? You start hearing like the real shit that people are thinking.
You know what it's like?
You know what? That's good. You know what I mean? Because then it's like, you know, it's like, hey man, how's it going? Oh yeah, good. And then when they get pissed off, they're like, you're fucking doing this and this. You're like, oh, okay. Maybe I am doing that. You know what I mean? You take it constructively. You know what I mean? I'm not just like getting you pissed off so that you can, so I can just like watch you fucking like get shitty. Like,
yes, you do. Yes, you do.
No, I don't. There's no fucking. There's nothing productive out of it. But
okay. Do you ever see?
I got Billy Bosco pissed off one time, and he said some shit, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I hear you, man. I'm gonna take that to heart, dude."
No, did you ever see Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember there's a sequence in there where they're driving around all fucked up, and there's like a square couple next to them, and they're kind of like heckling them, and the dude just suddenly gets all mad, like, "You fucking hippies, I'll kill you!" You know, that's how people react to you, Matt.
Oh my god. That's a little different. See, I completely believe in decorum. Like I'm definitely like, if I'm out on the street, like I'm not at all like into like fucking with anybody else or like impeding their fucking path to wherever they're going.
You
dude.
Never leave your house.
I leave my house all the time. I go down to the street, walk around the neighborhood, and look at the fucking lake, and then I come back home. No, okay. So I was like, some dude was like, on Twitter, and I was like, what the fuck? Like your shit looks like fucking corny, dude. And like you're like a Mexican guy doing fucking like manga. Like what the fuck? And he was like, no, I'm Asian. And I'm like, you're a fucking wonton. Like you fucking want, like you fucking like you fucking want to be a fucking Asian dude. And then he's like, no, I'm Asian, but it's like, I don't know, bro. You look Guatemalan or something.
Mm-hmm. Polynesian or something.
Dude, yeah. Like if you're like, are you saying you're Asian like fucking Indians say they're Asian in fucking England? You know what I mean? You're like, oh, I'm from fucking Bali. I'm Asian. No, you're not, dude. No, you're not. So
I told my wife that story. She was fucking rolling at wonton, dude. She was like,
dude, that's what we were, because
hilarious.
You know, it was like something that we were calling the kids at SVA who were rolling up with like the Dragon Ball Z shit. like white kids that were like rolling up, like trying to draw like Dragon Ball Z pages and stuff. I think I've mentioned it in another stream, but
Yeah.
it was like this weird thing of like we were all like trying to do like house style like DC and Marvel and shit, and we had a couple of people who would like argue with the teacher while they were bringing in like manga, and we called them wontons.
Does Joe Mad count as a wonton?
Joe Madureira is he a wonton?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
No, but yo, he was doing some serious swiping from fucking Battle Angel Alita during the X-Men.
Because like I'd say now most people's house style is basically Joe Mad writ large.
Yeah.
I know there's some fucking Comicsgate
bit.
people who fucking rip off Joe Mad shit. Like you can literally open up their fucking Comicsgate book and just like, oh look, there's fucking Battle Chasers number 2, page 6. Hey, look, so fucking weird. I don't understand why this fucking dummy would like swipe from books that everybody has.
Not at the time. Not at the time.
Not at the time.
Like, I'll give you an example. Like,
dude,
back in the
this guy is selling books to fucking old white guys.
I thought you were
old
talking
white
about
guys
Battle
who have like. No, I'm not talking about like I'm not talking about him. I think a lot of Battle Chasers was new shit. That's why it took him long. That's why it was a little late. I think his Marvel stuff,
because not everybody.
I think his Marvel stuff, he had a fucking monthly deadline. Mm-hmm. So that goofy little fucker was just like swiping whatever he could to get the deadline done. But the Battle Chaser stuff, I think, is a little more like him being able to like flex whatever fucking Final Fantasy hard on he had.
Well, Matt, check this out. So when I was working at Extreme for Frege when I was a kid, it was, do you remember those Japanese markets where they had bookstores in them?
Yeah.
And they would have like the art books from Japan, but like it was not like the internet wasn't around, so you couldn't go and download those images. You had to find these art books, and these dudes at Extreme, like Frege and everybody else, would find those Capcom art books and the stuff coming in from Japan, and they would keep that shit to their chests like secret weapons. Because everybody was opening them up and swiping.
I got some of those. Yeah, I got some of those like Capcom books that just show like
the
all the artwork and all the pencils and stuff.
Oh, so good.
I don't swipe from it though, but
no, but it was at the time it was fresh. It was matriculating into the West, and they're like, if you looked at something like Extinction Agenda and you look at Jim's stuff in there, he's obviously looking at something and going, "Here's my tech." That
there's some. There was. Remember when Professor X and Magneto formed together and created like Manslaughter or Onslaught? Yeah. Dude, that was a complete fucking ripoff of some fucking Japanese shit, dude. I was like, how the fuck are you fucking ripping off that Japanese shit? And I can't remember. It was like Creature Core. You fuckers in the chat, Google Creature Core, and you'll be like, holy shit. Marvel just swiped the fuck out of that guy. Mm-hmm. Nobody gave a fuck. I'm just like flipping through Marvel going, you swiping motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm. But it was just kind of funny watching those guys hold it close to their chest. Like I just found
dude,
this
thing. I remember like going down to Chinatown, in the late 90s. There was like a place called Octopus Kingdom, and you could like go in there and get all kinds of shit, and you would just like look through it. But I was more focused on house style, so I wasn't like looking at it as like inspiration for my fucking style. You know what I mean? Like I was totally into fucking Appleseed and fucking all kinds of shit. You know what I mean? Akira and stuff. But
well, it brings me to a question.
I just wasn't looking at it. So just real quick, let me get back to the fucking.
Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
Let's get back to the wontons, guys.
The wonton, the group chat, dude. Right, so I'm talking to the group chat, and it was kind of funny. And Dojo Coons was like, "What does that mean?" And I like explained it to him, and then so Joe Ball took a fucking screenshot of that.
Oh no!
Right, Joe Ball took a screenshot of my fucking DM in the green room and sent it to J Dollar, and fucking J Dollar posted it and was like, "Look at Matt Barr, he's fucking racist."
What?
Right? Yeah. Right? So I was like, what the fuck? Right? And so I like hopped into the green room and fucking lost my shit. right?
On
And was
who?
like, what the fuck, on Joe Ball,
Okay.
right? Because it was like, all right, he's in the green room, like I'm not fucking doing anything. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
fuck him in his face and let him fucking do whatever he's doing. But like, I wasn't gonna like start anything. You know what I mean? Because it was Ethan's room. So it was like he did that, and I was like, what the fuck, dude? So I went there, I was like, what the fuck is your fucking problem? And he was like, you're crazy. I don't know what you're talking about. Why do you keep doing this? I'm like, gaslighting motherfucker. Like, who else fucking gave him who else is taking screenshots? Like, fuck you, dude. Right? And then and so yeah, dude, it was fucking crazy, dude. So like
Fucking crazy.
it was crazy, dude. So I was like, what the fuck? Right? And so
Well, he is correct. I'm sorry to tell you.
Yellow Flash was like, hey man, like what's going on? Like, take it easy, right? And then Nolan, he left the room, right? As soon as that shit happened, he left the room. And so Yellow Flash was, hey man, what's going on? You know, what the fuck? And then Joe Ball like posted another one of my DMs in the group, but it was like the very last fucking DM that I sent him. So like, imagine like me going like imagine the DM conversation starting with like, hey man, why are you fucking lying about me and telling people I'm impersonating Vinny? Like, what's that about? Like, that's the start of the conversation. And then like the end of the conversation is like, well, fuck you, dude. I hope your shit fucking fails.
Yeah.
Right. So like the conversation is, man, like, why are you talking shit? And like, Billy said you were like talking all this crazy shit, and like, instead of being like, oh man, I'm sorry that I was talking that shit, I shouldn't have been saying that, he like got mad about Billy. And then he like, so the last thing I was like, man, fuck you, dude. Right. So he posts that, right? And so instantly Yellow Flash like, man, that's fucked up, man. What the fuck? And then he leaves the chat. Then
I like your impression.
I don't know. I don't know who he is.
No,
You know what I mean?
that's
But
fucked
like,
up.
I mean, I guess, but it's like, we had like talked before about Vicky. You know what I mean? Like, so it wasn't like, this wasn't our first like interaction. Like, we had like talked earlier, a couple weeks earlier, about shit, and we were just like in the chat. So we were like communicating and stuff about various stuff. So like, he knew who I was, and we were cool, and he was following me, right? So then this happens. So he fucking bounces out of the group, and then he unfollows me, and then Star Wars girl, fucking Ben Shapiro and fucking drag, she like fucking declares that she's fucking leaving the group, right? She puts a fucking sentence together and fucking declares that she's leaving the group and fucking bounces.
Is she Jewish?
I don't know.
Or is she from like Armenia or something? I'm not sure where she is.
I don't know.
But
wherever
she's
from
from
doesn't have
fucking
a
Endor,
personality.
dude. Who the fuck knows? I don't know.
Endor.
I don't fucking care, dude. I didn't
That's
buy
why
her
she left
fucking calendar, man. I'm only
Sorry.
here to make comic books, and I'm
Yes,
only
you
here
did. Don't lie to
fucking-
me.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I don't simp for anybody.
How
Love
much?
my wife.
Like,
I'm serious, dude.
she's
Love
from
my wife.
Endor.
Love my wife to fucking death, man.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not gonna
Space.
fucking simp for some fucking dolled up Ben Shapiro. Look at me, I'm in drag like, hey, I'm Star Wars girl. Like, nobody gives a fuck about Star Wars. It's dead IP.
Yeah, like, okay.
How about
cool.
I'm
You gotta do the
I'm my
Ben
own
Shapiro
new
voice.
IP, and I made it up.
You gotta do that. Okay, we're gonna talk about Star Wars for the
Well, she
55th
could
time.
paint.
Are
Like,
we?
she could-
Who gives a shit, dude? I don't
She
fucking
could like
listen.
really paint, which is like, I don't know. Like, I didn't know that.
I
Like,
guess
no one-
all
no
the
one
only
ever
thing I've
talks
seen her
about it.
paint is fucking eyeballs. And then I
You
saw her like Dynamite cover, and it was lacking. It needed some work. So she was like, I'm out of here. And so then Ethan was like, yo, man, like, what the fuck? Like, I'm gonna need you to fucking like leave for a little while, dude. I was like,
To be
Yeah, I
fair,
hear you,
Matt,
man.
the first time I met you, you were insulting somebody.
well, they probably deserved it, and I was probably being honest. I don't
It was
remember
on
what
Red
I said.
Valkyrie.
Yo, she's a snappy bitch, dude.
she was drawing sparrows, and you're like, learn how to draw a sparrow or something like that.
I did not say that.
It was something about her drawing because she was talking shit to you, and you're like, oh yeah, you want to get feisty
I don't
with me?
believe I don't
Yes,
believe
you
I
did.
would have gone into her shit. I mean,
did.
and it wasn't sparrows. She was drawing these hummingbirds that looked like
Yes.
fucking baked potatoes, dude. They
I
looked like,
remember.
I was like, at first I was like being nice. I was like, oh, is that like sweet potatoes with like a salad? What the fuck am I looking at? Oh, it's hummingbirds with their wings flapping. I was like, that's quaint. Look at you go. Good for you.
Well, I'll
But
say
she
this,
has a really fucking opinionated attitude that
Uh-huh.
like I tend to keep turned off, I feel, most of the time. But like she just like blurts out shit on the stream. And it was like, what the fuck? Like,
yes, she does. They banned
and
me.
it's fucking insane, dude. Lana, let him ban you, dude. You can come over here and hang out. I'm not gonna ban you. But it was
Let me
like
say
we
this,
would be
Matt, let me-
talking and like I would like say something and she would like totally blurt out like how I was fucking wrong and crazy. And then she would like she would fucking DM me an apology, like, hey, sorry I fucking snapped at you on the stream. And it was like, because I was kind of like taken aback.
Is there
you
a
know,
pattern
like-
here, Matt, about crazy?
Say?
I missed who we were talking about.
Shay.
Yeah, talk about Shay. So she was just like snapping at me, and I was just like, "What the fuck?" Right? And then I was like, "Stop fucking snapping at me on the streams and fucking apologizing. Like, just stop snapping at me." And she like got all pissy about it, and I just like she was like, "Well, I'm gonna mute you," and I was like, "I've had you muted for fucking weeks. Like, I don't care. Like, do whatever the fuck you need to do, lady. Like, whatever." And then I wanted like my final fucking question. I was like, "Are you on your fucking period? Like, what the fuck is your deal?"
You're a dick.
I don't know, man.
But I didn't like the fucking. I was like, the Eagle Scout in me was like, "I'm done. I don't."
You're like, I'm part of the Order of the Arrow, fucker.
Yes, I am actually fucking member of Order of the Arrow. Right. So anyway, so Ethan was like, "Hey man, you gotta fucking bounce, dude." And I was like, "All right, I hear you." And so I was like, "Hey, I'm bouncing," and so I bounced, and then they I was out of it for a little while, but then Ethan brought me back in, and I was in there, and I wasn't really saying anything. I was pretty quiet about it. I wasn't saying much, and then everybody was not everybody, but fucking J Dollar was like accusing me of like doing a whole bunch of like backroom fucking gay ops and shit. So I just fucking left like the two fucking chats that I was a member of.
Mm-hmm.
I was a member of the CG Green Room and a member of the Riot Press Green Room or whatever, the Champagne Room, and just fucking just left because I was like, I don't want anybody. Because then I was like, what the fuck, you know?
Yeah, what's the point if the fucking people are narking on you? What the fuck is the point?
Yeah, it was very weird. It was like, well, everything I'm saying is gonna be like fucking like filtered through and then fucking screenshot and fucking thrown back at me. Like, I'm not even gonna fucking bother being in here. And then like Ethan wasn't really like he wasn't dropping the link into it. Like when he first opened the room, like when there was less people, like that was where the link was getting dropped a lot. But then once it got to like fucking 60, 70 people, like the link wasn't getting dropped in there anymore. It was like clearly getting dropped in like a higher room, which there is.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
You know what I mean? It's like the fucking Freemasons. You know what I mean? There's like there's like a fucking higher level where it's like the kings and shit. You know,
like the seventh heaven of Islam. You're gonna
It's the
see
top
fucking
of the
Moses
eye, dude. It's
under
top
the
of
Bodhi
eye of the
tree.
pyramid. You know?
Yeah, dude.
It's top of the eye of the fucking pyramid, bro.
But
The
it's not, I
all-seeing
mean, I don't
eye.
see it as like a fucking. Yeah, I mean, it's not a cult. It's just
No, just
it's like straight edge. You know what I mean? That's what I kind of remember. You know, is like straight edge. It's like, yeah, I hear you, man. Like, I'm just gonna like fucking not do that. I'm gonna fucking take a stand, and we're all gonna kind of do this together. But you know, it's not completely like unified.
Hey, Matt Barr.
Yes, sir.
I'll say this: like, let's cap off this this controversy here with a little bit of positivity. I only knew Matt
Shut
for like
the fuck up.
I only knew Matt for 2 days, and because I'd known Plagal for like
There's no
30
positivity
years,
here.
I knew Plagal for like 30 years. He's like, "You must be a good guy. You want a bunch of art?" He just sent me like a bunch of pieces, like 2 pieces of art, you know. So Matt could be equally generous as equally venomous, you know?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I can second
Just
that.
don't lie about me.
Yeah.
I
You
don't.
know what I mean? If you don't lie about me, I will fucking do whatever I can for you, especially when it's like in this industry. Or not industry, but like this circle. You know what I mean? If you're comic straight and you're fucking not lying about me, dude, I'm 100% behind you. You start saying some fucking weird shit.
I got the Punisher stabbing all the
Motherfucker.
bunnies. Remember?
I do remember.
And the Snake Eyes you hated so much because of the timber.
Like, dude, so that thing where I was like, yeah, man, like, why is your fucking, like, you know, your CG's taking off? Like,
You enjoying that, Matt?
I'm eating a twin snake, deciding on how far to bitch.
It's like thinking, when you mull on that, let me speak about a gripe since we were talking about wontons earlier.
Mm-hmm.
That fucking guy. Every time I
Freak.
see him promoting the book that he does, it's never his fucking art. It's always somebody
Lord.
else's art that he had draw some cheesecake shit of his character, and that's what he's using. Back, blah 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 blah. Boom. It's like, bro, that's not your fucking art. Like, you're sending people to this link thinking like that's the shit that they're getting, and that's not like what's inside the book. Like, what's inside the book is like nowhere near that shit.
Wait a minute, are you talking about Quaff?
No, not Quaff. The guy with who does the draw and talk.
Oh, it's like some blonde bitch with like goofy arm gauntlets.
Yeah.
The fucking wonton. Yeah, dude, you've seen him, right? He's like, I'm Asian. I'm like,
Fucking listen. I love
I've never
Donald.
seen fucking Asian with fucking round eyes and a fucking neck beard. Anyway,
I don't know. Maybe he's a cook at PF Chang's or some shit. But
taking.
But
no
it
wonder
was
no wonder the portions are so much smaller.
and fucking I love Donald, man. But Donald DeLay's always retweet this guy. I'm like, I don't want this motherfucker in my feed, man. I can't stand this shit.
Dude,
He's always
know,
talking
you
about
know,
comics, like he fucking knows everything. And then he
Donald
just doesn't
DeLay
keep
is the
his
reason why I like started like fucking throwing down with the dude on Twitter. Like Donald DeLay like posted something that this guy had like said it, and I was just like, shut the fuck up. I don't know. And
Donald
like,
is ground zero for everything. We'll just blame it on Donald.
Don with his fucking bullshit A1 sauce. Yeah, no quarters given. If you have A1 sauce in your fucking steak, fucking stupid. You just that is just fucking gross. All right. Anyways,
People put A1 sauce on their steaks. I mean, don't you know how to season your shit, motherfuckers?
that's what I'm saying, man. Shit. Butter, some sea salt, little salt and pepper. You know what I'm
Some
saying?
rosemary, some thyme.
Yeah, dude. You fucking sear both sides of it so you have a nice crispy, salty fucking outer edge to that fucking filet mignon, and then you put it in the oven and you finish it off in there, but you have that nice caramelized outer layer, dude.
Fuck that. I got my Traeger, dude.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
It's a smoker.
Is that some kind of microwave?
No,
Is that a
that's
fucking
chef
Foreman?
named Traeger.
That's a
That's
smoker,
shit for him.
fucker.
It's a smoker,
That's his
fucker.
boyfriend's name, Traeger.
Exactly. I mean, when we're talking meat, we're being metaphorical. We're writers here.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I knew a guy in New York one time. His name was Joe. He was cool. He was gay as fuck. And you
Gay-ass
know,
Joe?
he was gay as fuck. And his boyfriend was a Turkish pop star who was living in New York, sucking and fucking.
Freddie Mercury?
Nah, Freddie Mercury was already fucking wasted away with, he was already dead. This is like 98, 99.
I think it was Persian, actually, Freddie Mercury.
So this dude was like, he would go to Turkey and like do music videos and like fucking sing with women and shit and do videos with women and then come back and fucking hang out with my friend Joe. So like that was something that somebody said the other day. They was like, yeah, man, I found out what the term rent boy was. And I was like, what the fuck is a rent boy? And it was like, oh yeah, it's like a gay guy that's like kept. Right. And that's what I was like, oh, okay. And then that's my friend. He was he like stayed in this guy's apartment. So when he was in New York, because he was rich, he like had this fucking crazy ass apartment. So my friend just like lived in this crazy ass apartment for a while, and was like his this dude's like American boyfriend. It was really weird. But like he was like, I can't let anybody know that I'm gay. So like even when they were like, I mean, wherever, like let's say they're at the fucking gay pride parade or whatever, like they couldn't like hold hands just in case like somebody like recognized him, like, oh my god, you are from fucking Turkey. Oh my god, wait a minute. You like men? Oh my god. And then, you know, his whole like career gets fucking flushed. That it was very interesting to be like, oh yeah. And then like seeing his videos and being like, why are you fucking making out with that woman, dude? That's weird looking. Anyways.
Pays the bills.
Pays the bills, yeah.
Ow.
All right, what are we bitching about?
I don't know what's next.
I don't know. Go ahead. What do you got? What are you bitching about, Joe?
What really grinds your gears, J-Bot?
Oh shit. I think a
Anything.
big part of it was that fucking guy with the damn not using his art. Listen, when I come out with a book, they're gonna know my shit sucks because they're gonna see my fucking art on that bitch. There ain't gonna be no damn, hey, back my book. Here's this art that I have fucking Aaron Lopresti do. Come buy my shit. It's like, no, man, you're gonna see what the fuck you get. I can't stand that shit. Let's be fucking honest. And I can't stand bitches going on streams and fucking taking over, making shit about themselves either.
Bitches as in actual women or bitches?
No, women. Yeah, women.
I was going to say that's something that does grind my gears too, is the kind of proliferation of e-thoughterry.
It's like, man, fuck, bitches be trifling with people's shit, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, the whole like Brittany Venti shit, right? The whole like Brittany Venti and like this other chick who said she was trafficked, but like fucking wasn't, but maybe was.
Who?
I don't know, man. I don't even want to say her name because apparently if you say her name, your shit'll fucking implode.
Oh, God.
It's like Voldemort.
But like she fucking, yeah, dude. She, you know, this woman, she's a performer. Rather sensual, her performances, you know what I mean? Like she did some shit that was on like World Star maybe.
Oh,
I don't know. She was just like a fucking thotty, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm selling my fucking ass, you know? And I don't know if she hit she hit a wall or whatever the fuck happened to her. You know, she started saying that she was sex trafficked and that she was like groomed and manipulated and shit while she was like a groupie. I don't know. There's like a whole fucking menagerie of bullshit involved with that. And so these other people were like, yeah, she's fucking crazy. And it like kind of was like trickling into CG for a little bit. And I was like not amused by it at all because I fucking can't stand e-thoughts, dude.
Yeah, I mean, are they... I don't know, man. Is CG that...
Unless you're an artist. I'm sorry.
Yeah, totally, dude. Like, unless you got some fucking talent, like, is CG that hard up to where you just want to like throw money and listen to any other broad with a fucking opinion? And they're like maybe 6s, and that's being fucking generous. You know,
oh my god, you're giving them fucking sexual market value.
You know, we all fucking do. Don't act like nobody else does that shit. You know what I mean?
Well,
I was definitely a 6 when I was young, when I had hair, and now I'm about a 3. But I bagged an 8, so I'm okay. So,
well, you know, men's sexual market value goes up with age.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we start to mature. We start to solidify in what we're doing.
You become more successful.
Exactly.
And thus you rise up in the sexual hierarchy, so to speak. But women actually goes down their stock as they get older.
Yeah.
As they become less fertile.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like a physicality thing, like, you know,
It's
somebody
thing.
in their 40s, I'm in my fucking late 40s. And like the last time I was at a wedding, somebody was like, how old are you? Like 34? I was like, I'm fucking 30. I'm like 47. And they're like, holy shit. So, but then I've like seen, and then it's like I've seen women in their 40s where I'm like, oh my God, like put on some fucking sunblock, lady.
Yeah. Damn, bitch, you're 62? No, I'm 35.
You know, so it's like my wife is like 9 years younger than me. which
Yeah,
it's fine.
I-
I mean, because I feel like we're like equally mature. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
oh, I can't say the same for my baby's mama. She's 8 years younger than me, but like 16 years in maturity.
Yeah, I totally married the fucking. What's that cake song? Long skirt and a short jacket,
Short
or
jacket, yeah.
a long coat and a short skirt.
Yeah.
She's got a fucking clipboard and she's slashing prices and cutting through the red tape. Yeah, that's my
No,
woman.
mine is slashing.
So
your
it's like
throat.
I'm like dealing with
Cutting
this
through your
lady. Like,
tires.
I'm trying to make this fucking lady happy and proud. You know,
Mhm.
like I don't give a fuck about these other chicken heads on stream, unless they're artists. You know what I mean? Again,
Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, that's my. I mean, are you a backer? You know, are you a fucking CG person? Then you get some points above the regular fucking pedestrian on the street. You know, that's points. Are you an artist? Ding ding ding. That gets you some fucking extra points.
Oh, hey, yeah.
But like, if you're just like sitting on the fucking on the stream because you have
Mhm.
tits,
Yeah.
I really am. I fucking it kind of yeah. It's a turnoff.
It wasted everybody's time.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, there was one fat ass bitch. We fucking had her on the show.
Gotta start fucking guns blazing. Fucking like Billy the Kid opens fire with both.
There's
There's
this
a fucking fat bitch.
dude. I don't know what else she was. May I don't know. Glory fucking eagle soaring, bald eagle flying, blazing eagle bitch. Whatever the fuck, dude. It was nice. She came on. And like you were saying, J Bot was like, hum, while everybody's talking. Hey, you and me, we're talking about this, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, boxers are pretty good. Oh, I don't know, man. You know, if you're wearing a flight suit, just go commando, blah, 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 blah. You know, you're whatever. We're like talking. And she's like, hum. Oh my gosh. And you're like, all right, bitch. We're taking the bait. What the fuck?
What do you want?
Yeah. It's like, okay, your fucking boyfriend isn't there. Clearly, you need some fucking interaction besides the fucking Uber Eats. Like, what's the deal? And they would just be like, oh, my fucking leg hurts, and it was just like going to this fucking weird medical thing, and it was like,
Yeah.
read the room.
Or the
I know
what
who
I
you're
mean?
talking about. What's her name? What does she go by?
I don't know, balding fat eagle,
No, was it like Whale Rider or some
sloppy,
shit?
yeah, sloppy whale rider,
Because I remember that person because
sloppy
they would
land
just
monster.
grunt the whole time. I just heard them so like,
Yeah.
and she
Right,
was like
dude.
part
Yo,
of
she
her
looked
bed.
she looked like the fucking vampire from the first Blade movie, where it's just like this giant fucking
with the
fat ass,
computers and
like
shit.
yeah, with the computers and shit around her.
I actually got her to rage quit once on a Lola stream.
Yeah, I think that's probably where maybe some of the contact was being had was through Lola.
Yeah, we're having like a debate on school choice, and she was like saying that somehow her child had a right over my child's time because her child was fucked up or something. I'm like, and I'm like, no.
You know, that's I like Lola, but like her husband, Tug, like, so I mean, I don't give a fuck, but like there's a lot of like back talk rumbling about like how he doesn't fucking really do anything like CG unless he has a fucking book.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think he just does his own thing. You know.
Yeah, well then keep doing your own
dimension.
thing, and when you maybe don't mention CG when you're doing your fucking book. Like if you're not going to mention CG any other time, like then maybe don't mention it when you're having your book.
Yeah,
I mean,
'cause
I mean,
it's
there
not
was
like he's in
audiences.
I mean,
the
that's
chat,
my point. You know what I mean? Don't be like all fucking drinking beer the whole year, and then when you fucking need people to show up to your fucking band, you tell everybody you're fucking straight edge. You know, like that's what I'm thinking,
Mhm.
right? Like, don't be a fucking tourist.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you also see them in
Which-
the chats and shit too. You know what I mean? That's another thing too. It's like you kind of see everybody in the chats popping around. You know, so you're like, oh, okay, yeah, you know, you see, watch them on a stream. They have their stream. Then you see them in the chats too. It's like a community. Everybody's hanging out, having a good time.
Sure.
The motherfucker won't show up till he got his fucking hand out. He's like, hey guys, what y'all
Have
gonna
you
do
ever
today?
seen Tug in anybody else's fucking stream in their
Well,
chat?
I took nobody's stream, so
I mean,
No.
I've seen Tug's computer guy. He's cool. I've seen that dude
Yeah, I've seen him all over the place.
in chat. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's good to go. But yeah, I don't see Tug in anything other than his. It's like I don't know. It's like it goes back into the grift.
Well, then why would you want to? Sometimes these CG streets are kind of a cesspool.
Yeah, that's true too.
Why are they a
If
cesspool?
Amber Heard showed up,
Why
man.
are they a
Amber Heard showed
cesspool?
up.
You know what I
Sometimes
mean?
they are,
Because
Matt.
shit isn't on Front Street, dude. If you put it all on Front Street, it gets fucking cleaned up real quick, dude.
Yeah, you just have to. You have Amber Heard show up, Tug will show up.
Amber Heard.
I don't want to talk about it.
Fucking goddamn. She fucking
a
almost
reason I have this
cut
avatar.
Johnny's fucking finger off. Just think about that. All right? Next time you hear that name, you go, I don't know, man. Is she really that bad? She almost
Yes.
cut the fucking dude's finger off and then shit in his bed. I mean, and then went out and was like, yo, I got punched.
No, she said she got punched.
It's some
and
Joe.
raped
It's
with
some
a bottle.
it's some pussy ass Joe Ball shit. You know what I mean?
So he says you raped him with a bottle in the green room,
I don't know.
or did you actually, Matt Barr?
No, it's like they start a little fight, and then he does some kind of crazy cut, and you're like, yo, what the fuck? And then runs out and starts crying about it.
Yeah, I think you've been dealing with him for about 2 years now. Since I've known you.
I just want him
you've
to
always had-
apologize for that first shit. That's all. And
He's never
every once in
going
a while,
to.
it like pops up, dude. Every once in a while, like somebody, I will like. So I was doing this show, like not this show specifically, but I was doing like we're talking comics. I was doing some other shit, you know, on my channel, and I like asked somebody if they wanted to come on, and that fucking got brought up, and it was like, what the fuck, right? Which I was like, what the fuck, man? Why is this being brought up? And it turns out, right, that fucking there was a giant fucking like meltdown in the CG fucking green room when I wasn't there.
Mhm.
And fucking Joe Ball was involved and a couple of other people were involved when like Ethan was like, hey, who should we bring back into the fucking green room? Right? And somebody fucking mentioned my name, and fucking Joe Ball like lost his shit, and fucking Yellow Flash lost his shit, and fucking, and then everybody was like chiming in, like Shane said something. Ethan was like, yo, like stop talking shit about like fucking other CG creators. Like he hasn't fucking done anything. Like stop. Right. And so he like so Joe Ball like kept on talking shit. And then they brought Lepresti in. No, not Lepresti. Cinetti. What's that guy? Pete Cinetti.
Oh,
Yeah, Pete
from
Cimetti.
Alterna?
Pete Cimetti, right? So they bring in Pete Cimetti, and he's like, hey, what's going on in green room? And he like gives a call out to like, yo, what's going on, Graham Nolan? Right? And fucking who pipes up? Fucking Joe Ball pipes up. Graham Nolan's not here because fucking Matt Barr got pissed off and he fucking left and da-da-da-da-da-da, right? And so then
He's your biggest fan, homeboy.
right? And so so like publicly Joe Ball is going, I don't fucking talk about Matt Barr. I don't
Bullshit.
even fucking think about it. I'm like, you fucker. I am like I am living rent free and just
He's gonna
just
have you tied to
fucking
a
on
bed.
your
And he's gonna
couches,
fucking
dude.
hobble you with
Dude.
a fucking
That's
sledgehammer.
What you should do to Jay Dollar? He brings you up every time. Like he gets a chance. Even when like nothing's about you, Matt, he'll like bring. You
I know,
up.
dude.
Like if you broke his heart,
I
like,
know.
broke up with him and like left him in the rain somewhere or some shit.
You got in a fight with Jay Money?
yeah, dude.
I missed a lot, didn't I?
You have been in a fucking pocket universe, right? But it all goes back to Joe Ball, dude. Right? So Jay
Like your
Money
nemesis, dude.
No, I'm serious. Like Jay Money hooked up with Joe Ball, and Joe Ball was like telling him all this shit, and Jay Money was like, "What the fuck? Like Matt Barr is fucking straight up evil." And I'm like, I didn't fucking do any of that shit. Like he was
But
like,
he's
"Yo,"
met you.
he was like, "Yo, Jay Money," was like, "Yo, you fucking." First, he was like saying I was a racist, but then before that, he was just like up JDA's asshole. But yeah, dude, he was like, "Hey, you're fucking threatening. You're threatening other CG creators, and you have like alt accounts, which I don't. You could totally see. I just have my one fucking account, right?" And he was like, "You're fucking." He was accusing me of impersonating him on fucking Kiwi Farms. He was like this whole bunch of fucking shit, but it was all through like Jay Ball. Like it was all just a bunch of fucking gay ops for J Ball.
Mhm.
Because J Ball publicly doesn't. Because dude, one time J Ball was like, "Don't fuck with me, I'm beloved."
I
Like-
remember that. I remember
I
that.
was like, "You're
I
fucking
remember.
beloved, dude. What the fuck are you talking about?" What?
I remember that, dude. We laughed for like 15 minutes straight.
Dude, and that was the crazy thing was that was when and like he wasn't just talking shit about me, he was talking shit about Dan Plagle too.
Yeah, it was that
Like
time
Dan
when
Plagle needs to quit fucking talking shit and like you need to stop working with those guys. It was some crazy shit, dude.
Yeah, he was
it
hating on Plagle
buck
quite a bit.
wild shit, dude.
Oh,
Where I
man,
was
that's
like, yo,
bullshit,
man,
man.
like, and you know what the fucking the root of it was? I jump into CG, and fucking Joe Ball just like love bombs me.
I remember.
And is like fucking all about me and fucking what am I doing, right? And then it's like, yo, man, like basically, can I get that contact for fucking for Miller? And I'm like, here's the fucking email that I have.
For what? For which Miller?
Not Miller, I'm sorry, Mears. He wanted your boy Zach's contact info.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah,
You're like,
he was
well, I'm
here's
not
the, here's
used
the
to,
number
like-
to the Sunny D factory, man. This is all I
Right?
got.
And so I was like,
Yeah,
yo, man, like
I don't
fucking
give out people's information, dude.
dude, I was like, dude, here's the fucking email that he gave me. Like, here's the fucking email that he like posts on his fucking YouTube. Like, I don't have a fucking secret email
That
and I don't
phone.
have his number. Yeah. You know what I
I
mean?
thought about the red fucking phone.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I wish. Yo, Charlie's Angels, yo, the Angels have more contact with Charlie than I do with fucking your boy Zach. Like we email each other and shit. Like we email like text messages, like we'll like email like single fucking sentences and stuff. But like he keeps a big barrier, I think, with everybody and shit. So
Yeah, like you didn't talk for shit through a Rock and Roll Ninja.
we still don't, dude. I'm still fucking emailing and stuff like that about the next project. So, anyways, you know, I'm like, yo, Joe, I only got this, you know, and then I didn't hear from him
Mhm.
until fucking Billy was like, yo, man, like, Joe Ball is fucking telling Phil Diaz and fucking Passion for Drawing that they shouldn't work with you and that you're fucking. You know, that you're fucking impersonating Vinny and shit. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I forgot about that. The
Yeah, dude.
impersonation.
So that's when I was like, yo, man, what the fuck are you saying this for?
Were
Like,
you
I
cool
thought
with
we were
Vinny back
fucking
then?
cool. Like, wait a minute, are you like at first I was like, this is a misunderstanding. There's no fucking way Joe would say that. Because I was just talking to him like the fucking week before. No fucking way. And then I'm like, yo, what's going on? And like he fucking gets pissed off at Billy for fucking saying this shit, for fucking telling us. And it was like, what the fuck, man? Well, just apologize, dude. And then he was like not apologizing, would just like kept fucking doubling down. And then so that's when I was like, all right, well, fuck you, dude. I hope your fucking death shit fucking fails, motherfucker. Your shit fucking crumbles. Fuck you then. Like if you want to lie about me and not fucking, you know, and not just like be like, yeah, dude, my bad. Because you know, I mean, if you're wrong, just say I'm sorry. I've done
Or I
it.
heard
Like
from
fuck,
this
dude. I'm
person,
sorry,
and I
dude.
thought it was, or I heard this from this person.
So
and I thought
Joe
it was
Ball is like fucking losing his shit with Pete Cimetti. Am I saying his name right? Pete Cimetti. He's
Yeah.
like fucking losing his shit in the chat. And then finally, like fucking Ethan was like, yeah, man, why don't you either fucking leave or chill? So he fucking left. So that was the last kind of like shit that I heard. I was like, what the fuck? So that wasn't that fucking long ago. That was like a couple weeks ago. Maybe like 3 weeks ago. So he's still like fucking losing his shit.
Damn.
So yeah, so Jay Money is like homies. I know, dude. We hung out. Me
Yeah,
and
you
Jay
guys
Money fucking
met
we
in
all
person.
had dinner with Frega,
Yeah.
which is what I don't understand.
Ethan says it feels like this is a phone conversation he's listening to. This is like Love Line. This is CG Love Line right here.
It's just whatever,
fuck,
dude. Just like I mean, dude. All right, look. The amount of shit that I fucking have heard it makes me want to throw up.
So Jay
The
Bot,
shit that I heard that I want to throw up. But you know what? The only stuff that I've ever fucking
I've got some
ever
bumps
like
on my crotch. And,
reacted on. Shut the fuck up. The only stuff I've ever like reacted on and like that I felt was actionable was like shit that pertained to me. You know what I mean? Like if somebody's like, "Hey man, did you hear about fucking so and so and so and so?" Like that shit, I don't care. I don't want to hear about it. But if somebody's like, yeah, actually, this guy said this shit about you, like, I'm definitely gonna fucking say something.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that might be my fucking problem. Or I'm just like, what? Why would you say
And you're
that?
high too.
And I'm high, but yo, man, I asked nice twice. You know,
And you put a fucking, pepper
that's the
in
rule,
your coffee.
dude. Like, ask nice twice because sometimes it could be a misunderstanding. You know what I mean? Like, hey, Joe, why'd you fucking say that? Oh shit, he's throwing some shade at me. Are you sure, man? Like, what, are you sure this is a mistake? Like, you sure? You sure? Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. All right, then, motherfucker. Fuck you, then, too, dude. Then you fucking get gnarly.
Yeah, man.
But I
fuck
mean,
you,
I just
yeah,
want to
fuck
draw
you,
comic books. I know it sounds so fucking cliche when somebody's like, whenever I hear, I just want to draw comics, I'm like, bitch, I was listening to you fucking bitch 2 days ago about stuff, and now you just want to draw comics. Like, shut the fuck up. Like,
Uh-huh.
that
I'm
was
still
another
laughing.
thing, dude, that I hate, dude. Dude, motherfuckers, dude, never take a phone call. Never take a fucking phone call.
Bullshit! You
because
never answer your phone, motherfucker.
You're goddamn right. I don't answer my phone. You text me. Right. Well, actually, like work related and shit like that, I need you to text me because then that way I can like double check shit. You know what I mean? If you like send me revisions and stuff, like I need you to put that shit in a sentence so that when at like 3 a.m. when I'm working, I can like check it, you know? But also, like it turns out, man, people just want to fucking shit talk. Right. And they want to do it like off the fucking record. You know what I mean? Where you're like, hey, like we're kind of talking back and forth, and like, oh shit, like
No
you
receipts.
can tell, like
No receipts.
the DM starts to get a little spicy. You know what I mean? You're like, oh shit,
Ask
what?
what you're
So
wearing.
what's up? Like, oh, what? You have a problem with this person? You're like, oh shit, this person's gonna start fucking bitching about this person. And he's like, hey man, can I call you about this other thing? And they're like, yeah, sure. And so then you talk to him, and then it just like fucking unfolds into this other like just verbal diarrhea of shit that you like don't even like care about or want to know about, right? So you're like, all right, so you almost kind of feel like your fucking tank is full. Like there's like a balance of it to it, you know what I mean? There's like a scale, right? Like, all right, you want to put some of your fucking bullshit on this scale? Well, then I'm going to put some of my bullshit on this scale because I'm not your fucking therapist. You know what I mean? Like the venting, I'm always like the venting goes both ways.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, dude, it fucking does. Like if you give me like fucking 10 minutes of bullshit, I'm gonna be like, listen, dude. I mean, yeah, but
All right, you owe me about an hour right now, then, homeboy.
Suck, dude. That's what this fucking show is about, dude. All right. Tomorrow I'm gonna be venting that my fucking lawnmower.
You took
that I
all
gotta
4
buy a new
quarters,
lawnmower.
dude. I'm trying to get a quarter.
I know.
Sorry. All right. Well, then fucking talk. But I'm just
Took all
saying.
the
I'm
quarters.
I'm
He's playing
just busting your
Foursquare by
balls.
himself right
I know.
now.
Exactly.
I know.
wanna talk
I'm on.
about-
I'm on a roll right now. I'm on.
I want to talk about
I'm
my
on own
crabs,
channel.
and you're talking over me.
Crabs.
Well, box them.
Stop
motherfuckers
being
up, dude.
crabs in a pot. Fuck.
I'm beloved, don't you know?
Yeah. I'm beloved.
Dude,
so watch out.
I
guess.
heard that.
don't
I
know
was
what
like,
that
what the
means.
fuck does that mean?
I'm beloved.
I
Is that
didn't
a
know what that
threat?
meant.
is that like a threat, or you're like, is that am I supposed to go? Ah, like I don't understand how do you respond to
No,
that?
dude, J-Bob, we laughed for like 15 minutes straight. It was like broke our brains when we heard that.
Dude, I kept
careful,
reading the
I'm
fucking
beloved.
DM, dude. Yeah, dude. I was like, he's beloved. But you know what?
It was me,
What's fucked
Plagle,
up,
and
dude?
Billy, and we just died for like 15 minutes. We couldn't stop laughing.
Oh god.
Yeah. I was showing them the DMs, dude. I was like, yo, let me share my screen so you guys could like see this. Because they were like, no fucking way. I was like, yes, dude. Yes. And I wasn't like, here's a screenshot of my fucking one DM where I tell you to go fuck your face. No, I was like, yo, let's scroll through this. Look at all this shit, dude. It was insane.
Yeah, because who talks like that, right? Like, who actually uses that word?
But Joe,
that
he
way.
does. He does have like allies who like don't give a fuck, who like are fucking amoral.
Yeah, that's a big problem around here.
It's a big problem, dude. And it's whatever, but it's not whatever because it's like, okay, asshole. But it's like, I have like Yellow Flash, who is like I said, was like fucking balls deep into the chat with me. He like tweeted because I was like, you know what, fuck you, dude. Like I'll fucking block you, dude. Like you want to be fucking crazy, like I'm gonna block you. And so he tweets a screenshot of my account, that says like you've been blocked.
Yeah.
Right? It says like, I've never interacted with this fucking
I
person
don't even
before.
know who he is.
Who the fuck is this
Or
guy?
some
I don't
shit.
even know. Yeah, he pulled some fucking
Yeah.
S. Miller shit. I don't even know this guy. And like just fucking blast it to his 82,000 followers.
Yeah.
He's like, what the fuck? Like, you fucking had interactions with me, dude. Like, why are you doing that? And that was probably around the same time that all that other shit was going down in the green room. So it's just like fucking gay ops, dude. Just fucking weird. Like, stop. I want to do comics. I really do. And I am. But don't fuck with me, man. Stop lying about me. That's the fucking trigger.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Rah, rah, rah.
Rah. Yo, I'm doing some storyboards for ESPN right now for Monday Night Football.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm doing fucking Snoop Dogg, and I'm doing Cindy Blackman. Do you know the chick from Lenny Kravitz's band, the drummer? The hot little mama with the afro. Remember her?
Hmm.
She's like a badass drummer, and like they're gonna have her in the opening to Monday Night Football. So like she's gonna like be driving a motorcycle and like pull up, and like there's gonna be all this like fucking Monday Night Football like branding all over the place. And then Snoop Dogg is gonna like show up in his car, and then some dude named Stapleton. He's some fucking, I don't know, country singer. So he's gonna like show up and start fucking playing, and then all three of them are gonna cross this bridge to this like fucking Burning Man festival, but it's not Burning Man. It's gonna be like this like NFL thing going on. Blah 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 blah.
Wow.
That's what I get to do this weekend. That's just gonna be fun, dude.
Yeah.
And then I think I get to go to Nashville because they're going to do all the filming for Stapleton in Nashville. And I was like, dude, can I be a fucking extra? So if I drive to Nashville, I get to be an extra, which I don't think I'm going to leave. I don't think I'm going to go.
But if you are extra, did they give you room and board, or would it be like a single day trip?
Yeah, they probably hooked me up with some room and board. I don't know. I'm getting paid pretty well. I don't give a fuck. I'd pay for a night in Nashville. It's an all right town. I went there with PTP and fucking partied with him. Partied with him and Southern Cecil and a couple other people for his Last of the Seekers book, which I finished.
Nice. I know, man. You were talking about doing Florida, and I was like talking to the wife, like, listen, I might have to take a trip to Florida so I could.
Man, I was gonna go, dude. I was gonna do Florida, but now I don't think I have a table to fucking like hang out at because Patrick wants to be a fucking asshole.
Uh-oh. So here's a question, Matt. Has anything you've done actually come out yet? Are you like the fucking Art Adams of CG? Like it's all gonna come out at once?
No. Private American, like if you got your Private American shit, like you should have gotten some artwork. If you did your Mavericks, you should have gotten some of my artwork. Shane's Inglorious Rex, I did some artwork. Riff Riders, I did some artwork. Fiendish 2, I did the back cover for Fiendish 2. I did all the covers for the like wraparound covers for Kami Marks, Krishna Kid. I think some of those might be out. I think some of those are out in the wild. Rock and Roll Ninja, I think, is like kind of like wrapping up. Like I've done all my responsibilities. Like I've done everything that I'm supposed to do. So I think they're just like finishing up the lettering, and then that'll be out. So I got the Rock and Roll Ninja. That's 100 pages of interiors. Yeah, man, that Air Guapo faggot was like, "Oh, you're like," he was like, "You're like the Mark Brooks of fucking CG."
Okay,
Like,
wait.
You just draw covers, and I was like, eat my fucking dick,
You
bro.
fucking
Like, I just
crazy
finished
asshole.
100
Like,
pages. Yeah, I was
the
like,
way, the way you like Rock and Roll Ninja is about 100 pages of material. That fucking guapo faggot.
It's like someone just started the lawnmower again, just fucking.
I'm in the mood, dude, and this is the show for it. I was like,
That
yo,
was so
all my other
fucking
shows,
random.
I'm gonna be nice and chill, like fucking Bob Ross. Like, hey man, yeah, cool. Hey, babe, we're all good. I love comic books, man. Right?
It's
I don't
like
know.
Tourette's.
Like
You
when
got
I go on
Tourette
fucking
syndrome.
Ethan's stream, I'm like dialed down, dude. I like dial down to like fucking 6 when like I'm normally revved up with no chill at like 11 at all times.
Dude, that killed me. Like, yeah, it's got about 100 pages of material. Fucking faggot!
Yeah.
Suck his own cock all day long. So like I was like, what the fuck? Mark Brooks. Like, first off, I don't like Coca-Cola. Second off, I don't have any facial hair. Third, I've got like a 6-pack. I'm not bragging. I'm not fucking choke out, but like I'm fucking like physically fit, mentally awake, and morally straight. You know what I'm saying? Like I fucking live by that. So I'm not a fucking 300-pounder like Mark Brooks is. Sloppy fuck, like sweating to lift his hand to draw. No wonder you're not doing interior. You start breaking out into sweat.
Have a heart attack.
Fat bag fuck. Right? So he like called me out. I was like, what the fuck? I've like done a whole bunch of interiors. So yeah, so I did The Last of the Seekers, those interiors are out. I did like a mini comic book for that. So I did his little mini comic book that goes with the little figurine. I don't know. They're not erasers. I thought they were erasers. I don't know what the fuck they are. They're like these little things.
Oh, the little Keshi figures.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they go in your dick hole.
There's a guy.
I think you fucking like squeeze them, put them in your dick hole, and then you take a picture and you go, "Hey, Mike." So I did those, and then I did like the other 18 pages for the rest of Last of the Seekers, and then I don't know what else did I do. Oh, and the Rambo stuff. So that's all done too. The Rambo shit is all done. I did that. So stuff is like slowly like dribbling out until and then Rock and Roll Ninja will be out, and then some of my other stuff.
Hopefully that happened to me. Like I did a bunch of stuff at the beginning, and then it all went like to the shelf.
Don't put it on the shelf, man. You don't know how many fucking days you got on this planet, dude. You need to get back on that shit. It's
not my fault. It doesn't belong to me. I did my responsibilities for it.
Dude, this is why I've like really revved up my fucking channel, because I'm tired of fucking asking other people. I'm tired of hearing fucking no from like people who aren't as fucking good as I am.
I get a no from you all the time, Matt.
Bullshit. I've got like day job shit, and then it's like at this point it's like I want to start drawing my own stuff, you know what I mean? And it's like, no offense to you, but it's like, like a writer or somebody be like, hey man, I have this really good idea, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like I got my own ideas.
Fucker, I don't want you to do a whole
retard
book. I just want you to do like one or two things.
I know, and I'm down, and I was asking, the fuck are you want to talk about me? You want to talk about this on air? Motherfucker, I was asking like, where the fuck is that shit gonna use? Like if I'm just gonna like spend 2 fucking days on a piece of artwork and you want fucking 5 of them, right? I'm not gonna fucking do them if you're just gonna post them on Twitter.
No, of course not.
Like that, and so I was like, well, what are they gonna be used for? And you're like, promotional shit, and I'm like, extrapolate, bitch. Like fucking like posters. No, but I'm giving you that voice right now. Everybody has that voice when I'm fucking tweeting with them. When I'm texting them, they're all like, hey, geez. It's like Jerry Seinfeld with a fucking stroke. Whoa, wait a minute. Come on.
Why won't you do my promotional item?
So that's what I was just like, yo, what the fuck are you using them for? That's all. And if it's like, oh, well, maybe we'll like turn them into posters and shit. Like I want everything that I do every second that I'm at this table and I'm away from my family, I need that shit to fucking be towards something and impactful. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes, it will be.
I mean, I'm not saying like, I'm not like that fucking weirdo in Australia where I'm like, I got a brain embolism and I'm going to fucking die. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I'm good to go. I'm probably going to live another fucking 50 years, but still like, I'd rather be outside, like playing out in the woods and shit with my kids at the moment. So but I'm drawing because I do love drawing. But you know what I mean? It's like a special time for my kids. You know, you can't just be like, it'll be like that fucking, I'm gonna be like you, Dad. You know what I mean? So I want to make sure I'm making those memories with them. But so the time that I'm at my table, I need it to be important. And I feel like the most important time is when it's invested in myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm down to do shit for you because you're my man. I just
Thank
need to
you.
know like what it's for. Like posters, that could be cool. You know what I
I
mean?
just wanted to hear that I'm your man. That's all.
You're my boy Blue.
But you're putting me on the spot, fucker. That's why.
You fucking brought it up. That's another
No,
thing.
no,
People
no,
like
not
people
that
like
part.
passive aggressively think they're gonna put me on a spot.
Not there, you schmuck.
Like, hey
I mean,
man,
in terms
I'm
of
just
asking
gonna
me what
show
I
you.
need to.
Like, don't show me you got a fucking burrito in your pocket.
No, you schmuck.
I'll
I mean,
take that shit out and I'll share it with everybody.
about
Look
trying
at
to
this
get me
fucking burrito.
to nail down this early. God damn it.
Yeah. Okay, I thought you were angling on me in public.
No, I don't care about the other part. You can embarrass me all you want. I don't care.
So, somebody else, somebody was like, "Hey, can I?" Oh, never mind. That's not my problem. I was about to go into some shit that didn't have anything to do.
It
with
makes for
me.
good radio when you embarrass me.
Does it?
Yeah, I mean, it's no quarters given. I mean, they don't want to see us here sucking each other's dicks. You know, they want. They want
Dude,
to
do
see
you
us
have a
fighting.
fucking problem with me? There's no quarters given. What's your fucking problem with me?
When you're high, you don't shut the fuck up.
That's legit. That's legit. Let me write that down.
And then I
Fuck
have to
you.
say, Matt, and you're like, what?
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm on a roll, dude. Sometimes when I'm like, let me be polite, I fucking like forget half of what I'm saying. Like I'm like, what was I saying? Fuck. Because I'm like not like cussing and just like rolling with it like I wanna. But you're right, dude. I am talking too much. I apologize. You should be stronger in your own personality as well, though.
Well, the chat wants to see certain acts between males, and I'm not giving it to
There
them
you go.
tonight.
There you go.
Man,
Are we doing portfolio?
save that
reviews,
fucking
or-
shit for your shit. Like I like save the sexuality for fucking like other stuff. I wish comic books were just fucking comic book approved again, dude. I really wish they would bring back the comic book code authority so that comic
What?
books could be for kids.
Matt hasn't bought me dinner yet, like he did Jay Money.
Yeah, dude. I brought Jay Money his dinner. Jay Money, this fucking goofy little orangutan shows up looking like fucking Clyde from fucking Any Which Way But Loose, right? With his fucking wife who looks like Mongo from fucking Blazing Saddles, right?
That's
He
fucked up,
fucking
dude.
like comes in and is like, I hear him on the chat like talking shit about me. He's like, yeah, this is the kind of guy who fucking show up at the bar and fucking walk. Right? And I'm like, dude, you're the guy who show up at dude's night with your wife. Like, what are you fucking
fuck.
talking about, bro?
Fuck.
Because you did.
Oh god.
Or what? Like, what, you can't drive and so she had to drive? Like, it's just like, man, why are you fucking coming at me with like goofy shit when like I've hung out with you in real life? And I've fucking seen the holes in your shoes. Like, get the fuck off my fucking
I
dick,
seen
dude.
the holes in your shoe. Nigga, I smelled your toes. Fuck off.
Yeah,
I'm
bitch.
still, I'm still
I
laughing at
saw
the,
you and your wife share a fucking plate, bitch. Don't fucking, don't fucking say anything to me. See, dude, I did a logo for him. Right? It was like he had a fucked up kind of logo. I did the logo for him, right? And I was like, yeah, this is how much it'll cost. Right? Actually, I hooked him up, which he went on air and said that I was Jewing him. He was like, he was like, yeah, he was doing that Jew shit. Right? This is what Jew shit is. I said, hey, dude, like, all right, like you're a new creator. I got it. So like, just tell everybody it was fucking. See, like, and I'm gonna fuck myself over with all these other people who I'm like charging shit for. But I'm like, yeah, dude, like, just tell everybody I charge you $300 and just give me $100.
Mm-hmm.
That was quote unquote Jew shit.
Damn.
Right. And so I heard that. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding, dude. Right. So I do the logo, right? And then when it's like time to pay, he like fucking like doesn't have the money. And he like says that like he doesn't need to whatever, right? He has like a fucking spiel of like why he's not like gonna pay when he was supposed to. Right. And I'm like, don't worry about it, dude.
Shoes.
Don't even fucking sweat it, bro. Like, it's CG. that's the mentality. Yo, it's fucking CG, dude. Don't fucking sweat it, right? And so he eventually pays me like a couple weeks later. It's all good, right? And then JDA is like on his fucking crusade against me, just fucking whatever, right? Like normally, like it was like whatever, but he was like saying I was responsible for Amanda Chavez, and then he said that I was sending super chats to fucking women, and that was what fucking like triggered fucking nuclear fucking holocaust. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, I don't like that guy at all. Well, I mean, we're fine now, whatever, because he's such a fucking shit posting troll that it's like a persona, I guess. I don't know. So it's just like, well, I'm not gonna fucking interact. So like JDA is like doing his shit, and I see J Money in that chat going, holy fuck, like Matt Barr, he's fucking evil. Like he's on that show, like talking shit about me. Right? And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why is this guy talking shit about me when I was totally helping him out? I don't even fucking get it. So I sent him a DM, like, yo, what's going on? I even fucking posted the DM, dude, because I like was like, hey, what's going on? And so then he went back and was like, yeah, he's fucking DMing me not to fucking hang out with you. He says I can't hang out with fucking JDA, and it's like, yeah, that's a lie. Here's the fucking DM. Here's the receipts. What the fuck ever, bro. And so it just went from there. You know what I mean? Where I was like, why are you fucking lying? Like you're actively lying. And then he just like once JDA stopped fucking with me, he like latched on to J Ball and just fucking went from there. So I mean, I like blocked him, and I haven't like fucking like fucked with him, but that was the scoop with that. So it all just like kind of like goes back to fucking the Joe Ball thing, dude. And lying.
So, anyways, El Guapo, that fucking
faggot.
Jeez.
Well, that'll be
blah blah blah.
immortalized.
So then what else? Is that it? We could save some other shit. We could talk about like people removing their fucking CG from their fucking bio.
How long have we been talking for? What are we on right now?
Oh, we're fucking 18-minute past time. Does the chat fucking want us to be done? Are we done?
I don't know. Are we?
I don't know.
We were going. I think even Ethan was in here for a second.
He's not
We got
here
9
anymore.
still.
He was. I think. Yeah, he was here for a
It
minute.
was like
Praise my
Listen.
dog. Dude, that's the one thing, man. Like he's fucking like always like kind of caught my back. You know what I mean? Like he can't really like verbalize it, I think, publicly, you know what I mean? He stated that like he has to be fucking neutral. Because one time he brought me on his show and was like, hey Matt Barr, nice to have you on here. And I'm like, yeah, great to be on here. And he was like, some people hating on you. What's going on with that? And I was just like, and dude, I was so fucking ready to just fucking throw up. And I didn't. I was like, yeah, I don't know. People just being crazy on their internet, I guess. And I just wanted to be like, these fucking people, fuck them all. Not fuck them all, but you know what I mean? Just like,
Yeah, it's weird watching Matt Barr get, temperate.
yeah.
I tend to enjoy it when you're going like, guns blazing, full speed, 100 miles an hour.
I love it. I like being like that at work too. Because like earlier today we were going over the script and fucking going back and forth, and like I was just talking like this, and he was talking like that, and other people were talking like that, and we were all just like talking super fast and saying fuck a lot, and like telling each person that their shit was fucking stupid and like it would never fucking work. Like it was just like super raw and hard. You know what I mean? It's I love
how
it.
you like
dude.
it,
dude. I love it, dude.
So raw and hard, is that where you want to end it?
Jesus, fuck. These are conversations, you know what I mean? At least you're able to like, hey, I mean, there's like a sense of like respect. You know what I mean? Like I respect this person and I respect what they're able to do and they respect me. So I'm able to just like tell them to go fuck themselves and then 2 minutes later still talk about shit. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry that I've been talking too much.
That's
my
fine.
problem.
I
That's
think
my
it was
fault.
a great episode. I think it was a great.
I thought it was
first
pretty
episode.
funny. I mean, it's no quarter given. I mean, it's essentially just shit talking the entire time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just in this show. We won't talk any shit
No,
talking in
yeah.
any other shows.
Boob Rancher wants to know who were we talking about with the Twitter bio? Who was the original person who had snaked it out?
I thought it was shady. I thought it was a little weird what was being done.
Is
But
there anybody in particular that
fuck yeah,
annoyed you?
dude! It's clearly somebody. It's clearly fucking G. It's clearly PTP. That like fucking that, and like it like bothered me. Like there's some other shit that bothered me, and we like had a falling out. And but that was like one of the things that was like kind of like that was bugging me, was that he had it in his bio, and then he was like letting me know that he like removed it so that he could fucking move into some other circles. But he's like, yo, I'm still Comicsgate, but I'm removing it so that I can like go into these other like streams so that I can like promote my shit. And it's sat fucking weird with me.
That makes sense.
It sat weird with me because I was like, well, I mean, you're still CG, and you were like one of the first people here, but you're fucking removing it so that you can like, I don't know, like I would like, it goes back to like, dude, you get me on fucking Fox News and I'll mention CG at least fucking 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
Because like isn't it fucking everybody is supposed to grab an oar? Like I know we're all fucking rowing our own boats, and we're all like building our own fucking flotilla platforms, right? But like we're all like waving the CG flag. So to be like, yeah, let me go ahead and like lower my flag so that I can like go into these ports. It just seemed a little disingenuous to me.
Mm-hmm.
But like I'm coming from like fucking being straight edge and having like giant X's painted on my hands. You know what I'm saying? Like I like it all on Front Street. Yeah. And that's why I have CG in my bio. So like El Guapo and whoever the fuck wanted to like jump up into my shit, people who like don't even back my stuff. I mean, that's who I was fucking aiming it at. Because I'm not going to be like direct on Twitter, but this is No Quarter Given, and I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck within these 2 hours.
Well, gentlemen, I'm going to pop off unless we're not ended.
No, I'm done. Let's boogie. What do you got going on, J-Bot?
Every Wednesday on my YouTube channel, we do the Art Jam where we draw shit, 10 p.m. Eastern. Follow me on Twitter. Instagram, MightyBotStudio.com, where you can find all my shit. That's
fucking
all I got.
dog. And some pew 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 too, right? Pew 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 pew.
Yeah. Sorry, did you guys end up playing today? Because I was like playing games with my daughter and I totally forgot.
No, it's all good, dude. I went.
Fucking Billy showing up now.
Fucking Billy
no
now,
quarter
bro.
given.
Oh, hey guys.
Hey, what's up, guys? Me
What's
and my
up,
sideburns
guys?
showed up.
I'm just over here wearing my red hat, my red shirt, or my yellow hat, my yellow shirt.
Hey,
Bless him, man.
He's like anime.
He's a homeboy. Yeah, he's gonna be the anime voice, and I bet you he'll be the fucking voice of reason most of the time.
Billy's the shit, dude. Billy's awesome, man. I love that guy.
Love him.
Love you, Billy. It's awesome.
And Will, where the fuck have you been? You don't have to say where you've been, but you've been gone and now you're back.
Mm-hmm.
You never denounced CG. You just fucking left. You had to go and make a person.
Yeah.
Right?
It was my pleasure.
Yeah. For your pleasure. For my pleasure.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
For my pleasure. Cleft lip motherfucker.
Ride with me. For my pleasure.
With me. Right on my D. For my pleasure.
Well, she did call him D.
Yeah. So you went and did your shit, and now you're back, and you're revved up, and you're ready to do some writing and get some shit off that shelf and dust it off.
Eventually, Black Flag will come out, and you guys can see it.
You're the writer for Black Flag, dude.
Yeah, everyone forgot.
Yeah.
Well, bro, No Quarter Given. Holy fuck. With that book, and holy fuck with Rob Willis, and holy fuck with a whole bunch of people. Like, wow. Like, yo, I was late. Like, wow, I was late. But like, wow, dude. Some of these people had like started before I started, and they're still fucking like halfway done, dude.
Well,
Holy
Black Flag
fuck.
will be done in the summer, I promise. And I'm not gonna. Like I said, I did my part. Like in Starship Troopers, I did my part. It's there. It's written. I mean, it only takes what, a couple minutes to do mine. The writing part.
Yeah, dude, the last 20 pages of Rock and Roll Ninja, I was fucking saying no to all kinds of shit so I could just sit here and finish those fucking pages, dude. It was rough.
Well, that's coming. Then I'm working on my own thing that I hopefully will see very, very soon.
Good.
Nice, man.
So
Super
I'm
excited,
not,
dude.
I'm not ready to talk about it yet until I have something to show you guys.
I don't want you to fucking talk about it anyways because we're about to leave.
Mhm.
Well, thank you, cocksucker.
All right, everybody, get fucked.
All right,
And
everyone. Good
I'll
night.
see.
Eat some dicks and go to
What do
sleep.
we eat some dicks? What is today? Today's Friday. What is
It is.
tomorrow?
Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday,
You
yo, you
fucking
guys-
cocksucker.
Oh my god, no. Okay, seriously, let's just turn that off. All right, decorum. Grandma's in the fucking room. All right, children are in the
All right.
room.
J-Bot,
Authority.
it was wonderful to meet you.
Yeah, man, it's good to see you guys. See you guys together. And I hope you
Indeed,
guys
yeah.
have a great weekend. Get some work done. Still go outside,
I'm going to
or
sleep.
don't stay in your fucking house and play video games. Whatever makes you happy. Okay, just
Yeah.
walk around so you don't get clots in your feet. Clouts.
Clout.
Hello, I am Clout. I have clots in my feet. All right, later, guys.
Good
Bye now.
evening, Billy.
Night, everybody.